All right. These Nike socks are fire. What are these? I ain't never seen these before. What are these, elite socks or something?
Yeah, that's just normal basketball socks.
Oh. Who is that?
PJ Tucker.
Probably got some access to something we ain't got.
Dang, PJ
Those
Tucker
are like
socks?
your elite socks.
Look at that. More than 446 million from NBA contracts.
Christopher Paul.
He's made that much money? Oh my God. I mean, his State Farm money got to be wild too.
Hey, there's a reason he's like president of the Players Association.
Cliff
He's
Paul.
Intelligent.
Man. All right, let's do this podcast so we can go home. All right. Y'all know what we're talking about?
Yep.
All
Vaguely.
right. Let's do this.
I recognized everything on the list.
You got to do research, cuz.
Squat, B.
All right.
What the fuck is that?
Man got the ill squat. Killing it.
What's his head like that? His chromosomes off.
Like he went like this.
Yo.
That's what people think the vaccine's gonna do.
Yo.
Oh, you already started that one?
Yo. I'm a camera genius.
No, you're not.
Sneak This Podcast, episode 257. George, Andy, Rico, Greg, back in the
That
building.
might be the new introduction now. When you say that, I just burped.
I went this way. I went counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Usually I go George, Greg, Rico, Andy, but I went George, Andy, Rico, Greg, back in the building.
Trying to mix
You
it
got to
up.
keep track of stuff like that. You got to keep it fresh.
Yes, you got to keep track.
Shout out to America's team, and they got the USA jersey. What is that? Durant?
Toronto.
They get zero shout outs until they actually get a medal. Zero.
No, the girls can get a shout out.
The girls can get a shout out.
They got to get a medal too.
I
They can get medals.
What's her name is out. She not quit, but
Who?
Australian best player. Center.
Good eye,
play for
Mike.
Sonics? Not Sonics, but
yes, her name is G'day.
Stewart.
No,
She's really good.
Cambridge.
Oh,
Vegemite? Oh.
Stewart is an American, huh?
oh, she is. What's she
She
go?
been
UConn?
fam just because she plays for
She looks Australian.
the Sonics or whatever they are. What are they?
Storm.
They should change their name to Sonics.
Might as well, because I don't think the Sonics coming back.
They will not.
All right. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe to this podcast. I should have kneeled when you walk in the room. That's what I should have took a knee. That's what I should have did. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe to this podcast, shares, all that good stuff. Pickups. I got nothing pressing. Oh, appreciate everybody with the draft. You know, you guys have, sending messages. Obviously, the draft's one of my favorite episodes or whatever. Shout out to Ryan for coming on the podcast. George, Rico, anybody, pickups, anybody.
None.
You
None
got
pickups.
no pickups? What'd you go to the car for then?
That's my pick.
That's Fam Drew's pickup.
Oh, okay. None.
Well, I said this last time, but
You did.
it's in hand now.
They never sent me any shipping confirmation or anything.
know.
They just showed up.
I like the soul.
The soul is neat.
I like the back of it. Now, who is this guy?
That's One Punch Man.
Yep.
What's he on?
One Punch Man.
That's the name of the show?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's his superhero name.
Wait a minute. It's a
Yeah.
superhero show?
Yes.
Yeah, I explained this last time, remember?
Don't remember. So what does he do?
We'd have...
Punch people one time?
One
Yeah,
time.
mhm.
That's for real?
Yeah.
Let me see this. What is he, a baby?
No, he's
right.
bald-headed.
Oh, these is hot. Like
They
hot.
are hot. They've been in Rico's car for probably...
Yo, the Arizona weather, I'm going to tell you something.
It was
Yo.
humid as shit.
They can
today.
get their shit together, because I can't be like monsoon, like raining
Yo.
at 90, and now it's 110
In
again.
50 years, Arizona is going to be uninhabitable. Like it's
25,
It's out of control.
Yeah. Correct.
This soul is tight. I like this soul. Now I don't know who One Punch Man is, and I don't know what he does. I mean, if you can punch people, if you can punch somebody one time and win, why you wearing a cape?
You gotta fly, man.
Yo, that
Does
don't
he
look
fly?
like him. That's him right there.
So that's
Yeah,
like
Sam.
when he's in superhero mode, and this is him like regular. I told you it's like comedic and serious.
So like Yu-Gi-Oh, like when he's got Yu-Gi,
So it's like when Doug turns the
and
claw
then-
man.
No, not really. They just changed the animation when it's like serious. So
Well, that one looks much better than this guy. I believe he could punch somebody. This guy right here ain't punching nobody.
Nothing about none of these
Me neither.
characters you guys are
and this
talking
came out
about.
real easy.
Is
I
this
think the
ju-
glue melted.
No, I think it melted because that one's like trying to
Nah,
come
they
out.
came out that way. They came.
Nah,
out
because the
my
way it's
house that
sticking, you
way.
can hear it stick.
Yeah.
It
Wait,
was
you
supposed to
saying
stick.
this is a different person than that one?
That's the same person, but that's when he goes to school.
This is what we
and
call
then that's
people.
when he's in
this
college.
is like when we name someone, we call him man. This is like One Punch Man. That's what we call him.
But-
that shouldn't be his name. Like
That's his like actual legal name.
yeah, it's on his birth certificate.
One Punch Man. What is it? Japanese or Chinese? What is this?
It's anime, so it's all Japanese.
Oh,
Manga?
China don't got
What does that stand
anime
for?
stuff?
I don't know what that
Manga?
stands for.
Manga.
What does that stand for?
It's a animation style. I don't think it stands for anything.
No,
Does
that's
it stand for something?
manga is the like.
It has
actual
to mean
book.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's an acronym. I'm saying, what does it stand for? What does
I
it
don't know.
mean?
I thought it was a robot.
It's the actual book. I think it's Japanese. I think it's the Japanese
You're
word
an
for
Gundam.
comic.
Moron.
I think it's the Japanese word for comic.
Okay, all right.
Because that's how these all start.
I thought it was like when Pacific
It doesn't
Rim.
sound like a Japanese word, but yeah, that makes sense.
What's
Yeah.
Pacific Rim people call? Kaijus?
Kaijus.
Kaijus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was
racist.
manga.
That's
All
racist.
right.
Let's start as a manga too.
I don't make the rules.
Did it?
So then, what's about the
know
one Gundam? What's Gundam? Is that manga?
Gundam's a manga too.
I don't know.
believe.
That's old, so I never
excuse
really
me.
followed that. But yeah, I got these.
Scoffed at mine.
Yesterday, I hit on the Trash Easy Day Wave Runners.
Oh, I forgot I got something off that.
Oh, you did get Wave Runners.
And it said I got creams because I sent that picture, and then I never got an update, and nothing ever came.
Got him.
Oh, Cloud White. Sorry, Cloud Whites.
Oh, that's right.
But I-
350s, right?
Yeah, but they said you'll get an update shortly. Never got an update, so I didn't get them. So just the Wave Runners, which are almost already. for sale.
What did y'all think of Yeezy Day?
That was a waste of time.
Oh, I mean,
I didn't even know it was happening. I just did whatever confirmed stuff and just moved on. I don't know.
I definitely didn't try Yeezy Supply.
Oh, I didn't either.
And because I didn't know it was gonna be waiting room queue stuff like usual or whatever. I only did Wave Runner. I didn't try
I was
for any of the other
human
stuff. I didn't
whole
try.
day.
I never saw zebras come on.
Just on Yeezy Supply.
Oh, okay.
It was the first one at like 4 a.m. our time
Oh,
or whatever.
okay. So I probably would have tried zebras. Like, I'm like, I probably would have tried that. And I thought about trying the black reflective ones, but once I seen it was on Supply, I was like, I'm not bothering with it.
Yeah, because like when I woke up, I saw the tweets saying like everyone said, "Oh, it's all botted," blah blah blah. Like,
See, I heard it was all botted, and then this cat that used to work for Adidas told me that typically with the restock things, it's pairs that got sent to stores that, well, this is what he said. Now, I don't know. I don't even know who this cat is, all right? But he said some of these like pairs that got sent to stores that like now going out of business and like sent the stuff back or other things like that. He
Returns.
was like, yeah, he was like, a lot of people were mad that the amount that they were, that little, remember that sheet that had like the amount of whatever? He was like, they didn't remake. They didn't only make like 700 pairs and now call it a restock. They were like, these are pairs that were like allocated places that came back, that didn't go anywhere. He was like, real talk, out of that 700, it could be about 215 size 12s. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, so I was like, well, I guess that makes sense. So, but I only tried for Wave Runners. Obviously didn't get those. So, but George, you cop anything?
I got 2 pairs of. Maybe I shouldn't say it because it's a gift. But I got 2 dunks.
Gift for who?
For himself.
No. I wouldn't call something a gift to myself. I don't speak in third person.
So people buy birthday gifts for themselves.
Oh, you
No,
is a
birthday's
gift
coming up.
for someone else.
That's not weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Buying a birthday gift for yourself?
No, but when you say like, "Oh, I bought a birthday gift for myself," buying something for yourself is fine. But when you say like, "Oh, yeah, I bought a birthday gift for
I
myself,"
mean,
that's
you know,
weird.
it's a birthday gift to myself. Y'all never did that?
That's weird.
I mean, I'll make that excuse.
I'll make that
me feel better.
excuse. Yeah, like
I'm
if
just-
you're like,
I'm just buying. I'm just buying nonsense like always. Like it's just.
I mean, if
nothing new.
if I got out of character and spent like $800 on a pair of shoes, I'd be like, yo, that's a gift to myself.
Yeah, but who you telling, Rocio? Or
I mean, and who listening? Everybody listening?
on the show, yes, because it's
I'm
a shoe
listening.
podcast. But like,
I'm listening. I tell the thread. Yo, I bought a
I'm
gift for
listening.
myself.
that sounds weird. I mean, I'd just be like, "Yo, I bought these." I mean,
So that's all you got?
I thought someone gifted you some dunks. That's what I thought. I thought it was that way.
no. I bought 2 pairs of shoes. Well, one pair is probably a gift. Well, or I don't know. Maybe the person's gonna pay me for it. I have no idea.
What is this transaction?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's family, but I mean,
Oh, I'm like, I don't understand this transaction.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
Tana.
if I told you what it was,
Yes.
it would be heard on here. So
What'd you get on Yeezy Supply?
I appreciate
Or
them listening.
just
Confirmed.
the one that I sent, whatever
What?
that. I don't even remember.
Tail
what it was
feathers?
now. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't even remember what I
Tail
got.
lights.
Oh, you got
Tail
the tail
lights?
lights?
Yeah, I sent the
got
picture.
tail lights.
Oh, I didn't
or
see
something.
why you wanted those on?
it. To resell? Because those joints are like.
Yeah, but the mistake that I made was I assumed all the like little sizes still went high. But size 6 is trash for some
Yeah.
reason. Like, why is size? But size 6.5
It
and
flipped.
7 are like $100 higher.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And the higher sizes are expensive again.
In some shoes, yeah. Like in the 700s, all the 12, 12 and a half, 13 are all expensive. But in the 350s, I think it's still the like, maybe not the tiny sizes, but like 7 seems to be the most expensive one now. I was like, what?
That green
I bought
one.
a 7 one time and it was worth nothing. I was like,
that green one you sent.
Oh, the glow.
I got those when they first came out.
mean,
Now,
Those are the ones I
sell them
had
for
when
that
I
much.
first came out.
I mean, come on. Them
didn't sell them
joints
for that
are
much, but I sold
almost
them for a lot.
$700.
I sold them for like
what they sell for?
600 or 575 when they
$690.
first dropped that.
That's
when
what
they
you
first
got? Or
No, that's what I sold it for.
$690 for a Yeezy 350 today?
That isn't like
That's not
even
even
like OG or like a red.
A zebra, a black red
yeah.
joint, a beluga. Okay,
Yeah.
but that one, ooh, I don't think it's whack. But like,
It's not
come
whack.
on,
Like
man.
that's when I didn't know my size in Adidas when I was getting back into it, and I didn't know you had to like buy a half size up. So that was a 10.5. So I never was able to fit it. I won that. That's funny because I looked at the box when I shipped it today. I got it from Undefeated. Like when I used to win stuff at Undefeated.
Oh, really? I've still never won.
That was the last thing I've ever won at Undefeated.
I
have
won one thing
never,
in 4
ever
years,
won
and it was
ever.
those Air Force Ones. What'd you win?
Two
Grinches
Travis,
and a Kobe pack.
Yeah. I wish I won Kobe pack because those are fire. Now, Semple's a fool for drafting him number 1 overall, but those are fire.
I feel like everybody.
You
got those
admitted that you were wrong about your first assessment of those, so you did.
Yeah,
You did.
but
It's not the number 1 pick in a draft though.
No, it's not even close. I don't
Not
even
even-
think it's a top 5.
fifth
I
round.
might not even have
10.
drafted the pack.
I don't want to draft it.
Now, I might have drafted it because like I said,
Just
10th,
two
and
shoes.
then been like, oh yeah, I beat y'all because I got 11.
That would have been the only reason.
That was my plan at the end, was to draft that.
My
the last
thing was
pick, and
the
be like,
material
yo, I got
that it's
11
made out
shoes.
of. I didn't care for that at first, but then when I saw them in person, I was like, ooh, that's fire.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I told you from the very beginning.
Oh, I sigh. What else you cop? That's it?
Yeah.
Nothing really came out. though,
Dunks
right?
from because the
Nothing.
Dunks released on Nike app. They
Yeah, I
didn't release
tried.
on sneakers.
You talking about
When I sent y'all that,
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought.
Sent you guys
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
The black white.
one of the mornings, well, those and like 3 other colorways.
Oh, I thought you meant abstracts. Those are on sneakers. I tried.
No, like that
Yellow
restock on the
tried.
actual Nike app.
The
Those
How about
dunks.
the yellow high?
No, Pata.
Oh no, I
abstract.
still haven't won a SB. The only Nike SB I've gotten from sneakers was when we got access to that
Metacom?
Horsehair. Yeah.
Oh, fire.
That's the only time I've
Very
never won an SB on there, despite all the other stuff I've won.
I don't know if I have.
I don't think I've ever
It's
won a
impossible
dunk
for me to
on
win a SB on
sneakers at all.
I got olive.
No, any
dunks
dunk.
on sneakers. That was it. Dusty
Yeah, I
olive.
haven't gotten any dunk either on sneakers. So
I've gotten dunks, but regular just SPs.
all my dunks have come from.
Whatever.
Where'd I get UNLVs from?
I got my Manor.
We had
Didn't we-
UNLVs. I think a listener bought them.
Oh yeah,
Didn't we get
y'all
a Manor?
Hit Manor?
I got Manor.
Oh,
Yeah, we got-
Manor. That's right.
I didn't.
I got them
don't
at
know if
Manor.
I don't know if I put it. Oh no, I must have put a raffle in.
A
That's the one I
listener
wanted the most.
sent me Michigan's.
Oh, I've won one
Rico
dunk.
helped
Oh
me.
wait, didn't one of you nerds go in there and she was like, "Oh, George
Yeah.
almost won." Okay,
Yeah, that was me,
that's what
yeah.
happened. All right.
And then
I take it back. I did win one dunk.
Rico got me Cobalt.
Like, don't tell me that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
Everyone
what that
tells you
man
that.
said.
That's what happened on Yeezy
You almost won
2s.
Yeezy 2s. I was like, fam,
How would you tell me? Yeah.
don't tell me that. I was next on the list.
Went to what was that? Montalban. Went to that Nike and picked up my Yeezy 2s, and
Yeah,
they was
the man
like,
who worked at, like-
yeah, man, you almost won.
The one who worked at Nike LA ran the raffle
Oh,
or
that's
something
right.
or whatever, and he was like, yeah, he was like George Martin, because I went to pick up military fours, and he was like, George Martin, he was like, oh, you were like,
Yeah,
the next one.
we had left Montalban, went to
Damn.
Nike LA, and I was paranoid, so I took the Yeezys inside of Nike, and then he bought those, and he was like, "Yeah, you almost won other ones." But then Montalban told us to go back.
Yeah.
maybe we went back. Why we go back?
Leftover pairs or
leftover
something.
pairs or something like that.
and there was only one left,
we
and the
just
person
got it.
showed up. People were flying from
He
like
hasn't told me
Texas. You
everything
said
he
to pick
gets.
those.
Well, yeah,
up.
the
You talking
cat
to
that was
people
in line in
online
front of me
or
was from like Texas, and the guy in front of him was from Portland. So
probably need it.
I remember that cat that worked in
What size is
Montalban
it?
said the owner
My size?
was a 9.5. So that's why they had a bunch of 9.5s, and I was like, I don't know if that's even true or not. I don't know if you can do stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember
But,
you said that.
I got
Yeah,
nothing.
then you had your incident with Coors Light.
Oh, that
Matter
was.
of fact, the same weekend, that same night was when Red Octobers came out in the halftime of the playoff game or whatever.
Oh, that's right. We were watching.
Ran to the car or something.
That was a good little trip. I had fun with that little trip. We was at your family friend's house watching the Kings. That was a good trip. Drunk 2 Coors Lights. Lost it.
Yes.
No
Silver
aluminum
bullet
cans.
straight
No
to the
aluminum
vein.
cans. But it don't matter what the beer is. But like Kilt Lifter bottles, I don't think they make aluminum cans of Kilt Lifter. I can't drink a Kilt Lifter. I drink one Kilt Lifter.
They
break
might
your TV.
make like cans. I think they make
They
cans.
make cans, but not the
like a, you
aluminum.
know, like a
alcohol,
can
the amount of
size.
alcohol in a kilt lifter is way too high for a beer. Like
It's only like
way
6%.
No, it's like 14.5.
No, it's not.
I drunk one at Chris's house. Oh my God, I almost ripped the TV off the wall.
I mean, I can see how that's too much for him.
It's way too much.
He's used to drinking Tecates.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tecate. What's wrong with Tecates?
no, I'm saying
Nothing.
it's a light beer
like
compared to
4.5.
a kilt lifter.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican lager, and then you talking about a
Michelob
IPA or APA
Michelob is
or
my
whatever.
go-to though.
Yeah, I like
That's even
Michelob,
lighter.
but that's a lager. So, I mean, like the IBU and alcohol percentage is going to be way lower.
What's the alcohol in a Michelob?
Oh, it's
19?
like 4%.
4.8, yeah,
Oh, something like
4.6, something like
Yeah,
that.
3. Scrap.
Greg would be perfect. Greg would be perfect in Utah. That low level alcohol.
Oh my god.
What? What's in Utah?
Oh, everything. All the alcohol percentage is like half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, Utah got too many rules, man. Oh, shoot, you got to do whatchamacallit read today. I don't have a paper. I got nothing. I bought some clothes.
You serious? You don't have the paper?
No.
Man.
I bought some clothes, and that's about it.
What clothes did you buy?
I bought Made in Effort. Actually, the brand's not called Made in Effort, but I bought the shirts, and I was like, oh man, like I can't wait to get them joints. So here, I'm just going to forward this to you. But when it comes in, I'm gonna show it on the podcast. Like I think the brand is super duper dope. And I saw somebody on. I've seen people wearing it on social media a bunch of times, but I was like, I copped those. I copped Travis Scott Fragment shirts.
Oh.
Now,
Why?
the shirts are fire, but his quality of clothing is the worst merch
I don't trust
on
it.
earth.
The jeans were one of the worst things I've ever seen, but the shirts were, they're all right.
The shirts were cool, but I only bought it because Don was like, I wasn't gonna buy anything, and Don texted like, "Hey, buy the shirts because they gonna go for something." I was like, "All right," because they are technically Fragment and
Yeah.
Travis.
It
So
might take a year to sell like the one, like my McDonald's shirt.
well,
but
every
Or my tennis shirt.
every Travis merch that I've got, and I was like, "Man, this is trash." I sell it like just like that, and sell it, make at least a good $35 maybe.
I wonder if it's because of the
I sold
size
that.
difference or something.
I sold that PlayStation shirt. I
I got
sold
3 of
that.
those.
I sold that Versus Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy shirt. I mean,
the one that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
from the ceiling to the floor.
yeah. I didn't buy the tall T one though. I bought just the regular one.
Oh, they had two different ones. I thought
Yeah,
it was
the
just
tall
one.
T was extra. I had a small, medium, large, tall T, and I was like, ooh, I
One
thought
size
about it. I thought about buying that tall T one, but other than that, that was all I got. George, what come out this week, fam?
That's a good question. Let's see. I don't think much because Sneakers doesn't have a release until like Wednesday.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
I was
good
gonna
release. Sorry.
I had set an alarm. I looked Sunday night because they had those Sakilo, like the Travis colorway looking one.
The Blazers.
Yeah,
you know they're sitting everywhere, right?
No.
Oh.
The ones that it hasn't released yet. The like British Knights colorway.
British Knights.
It's the same,
Yeah, those are sitting with the red, the yellow,
Yeah.
the red swoosh. Yeah,
but they didn't drop on Sneakers. They were supposed to drop Monday.
Oh,
and I looked Sunday
okay.
night. They were there. When I woke up Monday morning, gone.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No, or they're still there. They just don't drop for like 3 more weeks now.
Yeah, they moved a lot of stuff around. Pollen's, the Jordan 1's supposed to come out this week, but now they got moved to next week?
13th, I think.
14th. Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Y'all want those?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Those, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Wait,
do.
they're suede? Was it Jay saying they're
The
suede?
yellow's not suede.
Oh,
the
okay.
black might be suede, but
Oh, I thought it was all leather.
Yeah, I
black
thought
and
so,
yellow.
too.
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, it is.
I have no business
see?
with a black and yellow Jordan 1.
Okay.
Why not? You don't like Wu-Tang?
That's fair. I was about to say I don't like the Steelers.
Oh, no, I don't even think that looking at those. No way. I think Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
After
that's
that
what I
fan conversation we just had, you're gonna come in here and say the reason you won't buy a pair of shoes is
I
because it makes
don't-
you think of the Steelers.
Okay, so that's the one. No, don't do that. That is.
They're not even in the
I know. That's the literal one example where their fan base. I fucking cannot stand their fan base, so I hate them.
Why?
They lose
I
every year.
understand.
Oh,
that
they're
those
some of the
colors aren't
worst fan base.
associated with many things.
That's some of
other
the worst
than
fan
sports,
base
but
in sports. Is the Steelers.
The Steelers
The
fan
Steelers.
base. I don't
Yeah,
think I
they're
ever
the
had an
fucking
issue
worst.
with Steelers fan base.
I've seen the worst fan I've ever seen was a Steelers fan, but I don't know if it was really a Steelers fan. I was at the bar one time. This must probably have been like 10 years ago, and there was a lady screaming at the top of her lungs, like shriek pitch.
That's just that's just her.
All right, but I'm saying like the worst fan I've ever seen in my entire life just happened to be a Steelers fan. I'm not saying that has anything to do with his fan base, but it was like we sat there for 5 minutes and we were like, oh, we gotta go. And we knew the bartenders and everything, cheap drinks. got to leave because this lady is an insane person.
Yeah, she's a banshee.
I mean, that's basically what it was. Like,
if I had to pick a worst fan, I mean, it'd be a 49er fan.
The Jets
but
are up there too, honestly.
well, that's
We
different.
kinda
They actually
suck.
try to kill people in the bathroom. but
Yeah,
they
these are different.
so,
This is
yeah.
what I'm talking about, like annoying fan at a bar versus.
Levi's 992.
Those actually do look good. I do like them a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna try for
they coming
them,
out?
but I like them. They should be.
You're the
You're the
official
resident,
expert, yeah.
people, you know,
You gotta tell us. If
People
this stuff
keep
is
on
actually
thinking
resident
that.
soul watcher.
soul watcher.
Yes.
At least for runners.
Because you be like, you be on here, you be having an opportunity, and then
August
you,
6th.
as soon as the podcast ends, oh my
That's
God,
what-
I should have talked
That's
about
what
that
this
Saucony
says, but
every time. So
someone's
we get
gonna
an
yell at me
opportunity.
that I didn't talk
Like
about
that,
Theodora.
That hand-on Diodora that came out, which I heard the quality control on that is
Stop it.
awful.
Quality
That
control.
one. Fam, they look bad. There have been pictures
Came
in the
off the
runner
belt.
thread.
What was
They
the
look
one company
bad.
shoe that you put up that was in dirt?
That was that one, wasn't it? Hannah?
No, it was a brand that we didn't
That one,
know.
like
it
the
was-
pictures of whack.
Like the kangaroos.
Where they had 50 pairs in the
Oh,
instead
it was
of just one with.
It was
It was
a. It was a.
kangaroos.
No, it wasn't a kangaroos. It was a AFU. It was their own shoe. I can't remember what it's called.
They got
now.
their own shoe.
Yeah,
now?
The logo
yeah,
looked
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 7
The
or
logo.
something, I
It looked
thought.
like a.
No, it looked like a
Upside down
Brooks.
7. Well, that's what a Brooks logo looks
Yamasura
like.
Yeah,
is what
it's
it's
a
called. It's this thing.
So that's
It
an
kinda-
AFU shoe now.
Yeah,
How much
it kind of looks like a Roland jogger. It wasn't that much. It was like $220,
Oh, it's
which
like
I was
wing.
kind of
All right.
surprised
It
at.
looks like I guess it kind of looks like a 7 with an extra wing. on it, but
I can't find the original.
That was
photo.
7.
Yes.
This says off-white dunk.
These
First two
things.
colors come out. I don't know if that's right or not. It's definitely not on sneakers unless it's like a shock
Who
drop or
knows?
something.
Who cares?
But Off-White is based out of France, so they have weird release times and everything's in
Is it really?
euros.
Off-White's based out of France?
Italy, one or the other, yeah.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
News to me.
Damn, I don't
always
even know stuff like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Always has
I
been.
just assumed he just be kicking it out there. I'm like, I've seen him walking out like the grocery store. I'm like, look at his suit. I'm like, he went to the grocery store.
Go to the Off-White website. It's in French or Italian or something.
Man, I'm about to
I'm not
be
saying
out
the
there then,
script
B.
on the website
You
is
think
that,
it's
but-
cheaper out there?
Oh, you right.
Cheaper.
I
Man, you
mean,
got to ship it to the United States of America.
I'm bringing it back on an airplane.
Oh, if you go there and buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simple told you about that tax thing. When you go to customs or whatever, you ask for the tax
I'm about
difference
to be
back
out
or
there. Let
whatever.
me know what y'all need, huh?
What did he say? Did he
Yes.
say he got like on some Gucci
Yeah, we were looking
thing
at
or
some
whatever?
Louis
He got
Vuitton.
a lot back.
Because there was a Louis Vuitton chain out
Chain,
there.
yeah.
It only came out overseas.
Multicolored or something.
That joint on StockX was a hitter. All right. I'm talking the chain retail for like $1,200. On StockX, I doing with like $5,000. All right.
Woo.
I would have went out there and bought them all.
Might as well. It's
I would have connected them like a giant chain and then
He said,
looped it
all right.
and wore it on the plane. Like there's no way.
The plane would have went down. You would have been able to.
You right.
Hang it
make
onto a
chain
tree.
rope. Ask God to grab it. Them, but no, I get out there, I'm gonna be in payee. I'm about to be at Off-White. I'm about to be at Chanel, Gucci, looking
Ain't the
and
budget.
leave,
For
I'm
real.
just gonna be looking.
Can't
full.
wait. I can't wait to
You
go
better
to
find out
payee.
about that tax.
We got a
stuff.
super duper dope apartment too, like right there in front of, like right by what's that called? That tower, Eiffel
Eiffel
Tower.
Tower.
You might get there and find out. It ain't as dope as you think.
Nah, we
There's
made
some-
sure. We made
I
sure
heard
this
some
time.
crazy stuff
No.
about accommodations.
I
there.
did too. I heard some wild stuff out there, but
Bed like this big, the refrigerator
yeah,
like this high.
but I want the real Paris experience. I don't want American wealth. I want payee.
Oh.
I want to sleep
So
on
you
like
want to be
straw.
uncomfortable the entire time.
I want to go outside, eat a croissant. I want to go outside, eat a croissant with a espresso,
You can do that with a comfortable bed.
with
I mean,
nice pajamas. And I'm gonna sit outside and say bonjour,
Bro, he's
bonjour.
gonna have one glass of wine and be climbing the Eiffel Tower.
What else call me Tel Aviv? You right.
Coors make wine.
What else call me Tel Aviv? Yeah. What's that other one? Highlight?
In
Ain't that
France.
the champagne of beers? What's it called?
If you watch
Banquet
U.S.
beer.
Men's national team soccer and don't drink High Life, you're not American.
I can't drink anything but Anheuser. That's all I could drink.
Well, then Budweiser. Then somebody texted me the game.
Greg's not
when
trying
the
to mess
Gold
up his
Cup final was
sponsorship.
on and says,
Not
"Is it
yet.
bad
They
if
put
I
my
drink
Cowboys
Modelo?"
Love Modelo.
Yes.
Modelo is good.
Modelo was all right.
What? Modelo is good.
It's all right.
Dos Equis is the best Mexican lager.
I will say I had a Dos Equis the other day.
Just like
Yeah, I
the
mean,
first
but
time I had
Dos
Dos
Equis-
Equis, it was gross. but I was
Victoria's
already
the
drunk.
best one, but Victoria's a little bit different. It's amber,
What's
but
Victoria?
still.
Is that?
Oh, it's an
Texas too?
amber.
Amber lager, but to me, that's the best Mexican beer. But I
thought you was a beer
more difficult
ologist.
to find.
I don't
Yes.
know what that is.
Oh,
Cavarcier.
You gotta
no.
have Victoria then. Victoria.
Sommelier.
Victoria
No.
is, I mean, probably
What is
like
it called?
That's a
the
wine.
equivalent of Dos
Oh,
Equis
it's wine,
Amber,
okay.
I guess, but a better version.
A brewer.
See, I like
Yes.
Milwaukee.
it's always so
Microbrew.
hot here. I've been drinking a lot of just like lighter stuff, like more than I used to. When I was in my 20s,
Well,
I used to
yeah,
drink a bunch of crap,
summertime.
but now it's just so fucking hot all the time. Like I can't drink anything heavy at all.
Well, yeah,
No,
you be
it's
drinking
a
Guinness.
lager.
You be throwing
Well, no,
Irish
like
car
Amber's,
bombs.
Oh, that's
One time.
I don't think anything
fair.
else comes out.
Rula Bula.
Oh man,
rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Pour one out for.
I went in there one
I
time,
guess
got
a-
kicked out.
Kylo Blazers come out.
They already came out.
The
Well, overseas.
Another one. This says the British tan one comes out on the 10th.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that on.
Y'all needed it. I got it in carts still.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
store.
it's already been out somewhere?
From
Yeah, they're like me
at
when
my
we were
Sharona
here,
store.
That,
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what he's
and I was like, "Oh, y'all want this?" So I said, "Rico, you want a pair?" He was like, "Nope." So they
You
out.
didn't even ask the
still.
guy that actually wears blazers.
Ooh.
Well, I thought you would know
And
they were
Sakai
out
Blazers.
because I was like, "Oh, they must just be sitting." That's why when you said that, I was like, "What are you talking about?" But man,
I haven't bought a pair
go to
for
Soul Links.
personal
They sent the
in
link.
a long,
the black
long,
ones,
long
both
time.
colorways.
Oh, okay. I just listed
That's
my
it.
highs on StockX actually.
Didn't you wear those?
The Sakai highs?
Oh,
No.
the blue ones? What they going for?
They're like in the 300s.
Oh,
If you get Travis Scott lows, you keeping?
yeah.
You get
Yes,
Travis
of
Scott lows, you
course.
keeping?
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure. I'm just saying because we talked about that. Like if it's $2,000
That's different.
and you could sell it. No, I don't mean retail. I mean like you could resell it.
No, that's different too.
Well, there are that much.
$24
Well, what's
right
retail?
now. I mean, they'll be lower when they
Retail's
come out.
180.
Yeah.
180?
Probably.
Well, no, it's 150 actually.
But they're
I think-
$2,400. So I'm just curious.
Some size, my size are like 3,000.
I will probably keep. If I mean, none of us are getting.
Yeah,
it for
but you
retail.
have
If they're
other stuff
3,000,
that's
I'm
worth a
selling.
lot
I don't
that
care.
You wear
So
anyway,
then that's our. So then, wait,
yeah.
what?
If it was
so.
if they're 3,000 still, I'll sell them.
Wow, size
3,000? That's
Size,
your threshold?
size 12.
Because I
is
think I'd probably keep them on
$3,200.
ice for a while because I think they'll just keep going up.
Yeah,
like-
they'll just.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a Travis Scott.
Okay,
I don't think
remember
they're
Jordan.
gonna go up anymore.
Your size
low.
is $4,366.
Yeah.
Are you
They will
selling?
be 6 by Christmas.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Your
What's
size
your
is
threshold?
4,000.
Oh, because I asked you this
I don't
question.
know. I would
you
sell,
get
I would sell them either way.
either way. What?
Probably
For
like
24 or for-
1,200, 1,500.
He said he didn't like the
anything
lows.
higher than that, I would sell them for.
Oh, so you don't like the lows though? That's different. You don't like.
No,
them.
the shoe. I mean, I don't. Am I a fan of this shoe? No, but I don't think it sucks. It's just like
Yeah, but I'm not gonna keep a $2,000 shoe if I just think it don't suck. Like I'm
No.
selling that. I think these are fire.
I think they're
Yeah, I
fire,
like
too.
them.
I know you said that, but
Oh, okay.
See, the
Now-
highs I would sell regardless.
Oh yeah, those are whack.
They're not
No.
whack. They're okay.
I would.
okay.
If the highs
I
are
would
okay.
probably sell them, and
I'm
then
not
if I
sure.
wanted
They've
something
gotten
else,
better.
It's a Jordan 1.
They've gotten better. Oh, we can't say that.
I
Sell
know,
for
I know.
unions.
you could use. Just think
Travel
about it. You
highs,
could
I'd sell
use the
for
money to
unions.
buy other shoes you wanted, or go
Yeah,
on a
and
trip,
still have
or
some
do
left-
whatever.
money
Yeah,
left.
like,
Yeah.
I would sell them. Now, $1,500, you can't do all that, but
Yeah.
$4,000.
$1,500, you can do that.
I mean, you can buy
1,500?
other lower price shoes, but you can't. You can't buy unions.
Man, I take that $1,500 to pay and buy me a Louis chain.
Yes, and buy some croissants.
And plus,
Oh, you guys forgot releases. The Undefeated Dunk Air Force Low
Oh
Pack.
yeah.
This thing said Air Force One, but it didn't have a picture, so I assumed
It's the I got 5 on it. That
Yeah.
one, that joint is
The Air Force
fire.
ones are
Fire.
incredible.
Now, which one's better, the Air Force?
color-
One or
The Air Force
Dunk?
One.
The
Air Force One.
colorway
It's
of the
not
Air Force
close.
One is better, but I don't like Air Force One, so I'm
Right,
not gonna.
well,
go
I
for
think the Dunk is fire.
I think they're
Colorway
both
is
fire. I
better.
don't
Oh
care.
yeah,
I
they're
don't like
both
the Dunk.
fire.
I'm
I don't
copping.
care for it.
Now, if I had to choose, I'm choosing the Dunk.
Geekhead Coach Man had the dunks on Coach
Yeah.
Gold Cup game. I was like, of all people to give these to.
I mean, why
Ted Lasso
not?
wears heat in his show. To be fair.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
wait,
he,
yeah,
he
but
wears
Jason-
his own shoes.
yeah, that's
so it
his
does it
own
on
stuff.
purpose.
Wait, have y'all watched it? I haven't watched a single episode yet.
I
Only
haven't.
episode one
I don't
of
have Apple
season
TV,
two.
so
Oh,
No, there's been 2.
No,
use my
he
account
said
if
that he
you need
watched
to.
it. I've only seen episode 1 of season 2.
you
Got
can
it.
use Hulu, my Hulu, if you want to watch Dave.
nice. Oh, but it's on demand
Nice.
FX though.
No, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, no, but it's on demand FX too,
Oh,
like the
that-
TV. But
yeah.
there's commercials,
Yeah.
garbage in it or whatever.
Well, there's commercials on Hulu, anyways.
Oh,
I don't have
what?
the Hulu packet. I have the one that's bundled with Disney.
Episode 1 makes no sense if you remember what happened last season, by the way, at least to me.
I agree.
Well, I'm gonna
I
rewatch
completely
the
agree.
last
Not have
2
a
episodes
direct
of the last
connection
season. then
whatsoever.
keep
It's
going.
like
You might as well wait until the full season drops and just.
I
watch
think
it
it.
so.
feels different.
I
Even
want to watch
with
it
the second
now.
episode. Like the show feels.
Yeah, but you'll watch
like,
one and be like, now
just-
I'll watch
No,
the
it's-
rest.
I don't know.
I-
I can't put my finger on what it is.
They
but season 2
explain
is definitely
nothing between where it picks up and where it ended in the first season. That's
Yeah.
weird.
So they're trying to say it's
Yeah.
whack?
No, I've only watched one episode. I don't think it was whack. It's the same show. You're still gonna laugh.
It's still good, yeah.
The guest, I don't know who she is, but the guest star in episode 1 is fire.
She rules. She's awesome.
So, like, the conversation they all have, they play off each other and stuff is funny.
Because you got to be fire. You got to define that.
Well, I don't know who she is, or I would say like, oh, it's like Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? I don't know who she is, but it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so back to Undefeated. Do you think they're going to release the same way they did last time, where it's just easy to cop?
I hope so.
Or do you think it's going to be harder? Because these are better than the last pack.
Wait, the other ones are easy to cop? I didn't try.
Oh, no.
Oh, they were the. That's the only shoe I've won from Undefeated in like 4 years.
I copped an hour and a half after.
Oh, really?
I was going to that bachelor party up north, and like...
Wait,
I
what
had
shoes
no
is this?
the Undefeated
The Air
pack.
Force
The
One
brown
and
ones, the ones that look
The
like
dunks didn't sit that long.
tweets.
The
No,
dunks
the
were a raffle or something.
No. I copped the Air Force One an hour and a half after it released.
Oh, really? Oh,
The green one.
Yeah, the green one.
that's kind of shocking. I mean, that's...
They restocked them, so that mean, it was just sold out
Oh,
at
they
some
did?
point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They restocked the Air Force Ones 2 or 3 times and restocked dunks like 5 times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I hope the releases like that again.
I don't know how many
when
pairs
Undefeated
are
does those
available,
releases
but
like that,
there's
that's fire.
cats are
Yeah.
sending tweets
Yeah, I
out.
like it.
I will say,
When everybody can
I've
get it.
always been able to cop on Undefeated
Yeah.
ones when they drop them like that.
Yeah.
Those have never been an
It's just
issue for
that
me.
stupid raffle that you can't win.
Yeah. I never won one. I never will one.
Ever.
So, nothing else, George? Nothing else? I can't think of any other drops.
Coming out? No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. BR kicks, real quick. Just really quick. All right. So, like I said, I appreciate every single person that, like, tagged BR kick. Like, they were, like, in their comment. They were, like, posting, and I reposted it, and they was whatever. So, and I'm just going to give it back. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit without...
Hey-o,
I don't
sale on eBay.
What kind of sale?
Fancy.
Sale, the
Used to be
colorway,
funny
or a
when-
sale?
I don't have alerts on like for noises anymore, but that noise used to be funny.
That's the only one I have on.
What noise?
That
didn't hear it?
cha-ching.
Oh, the dollar sign thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
eBay.
I just sold 10.
I like that sound. That's on OfferUp
That's
too.
cool.
I hear it on Roseal's phone. OfferUp, I be like, I like that sound.
Yeah, because money's going in my account.
Roseal does. I don't.
Oh,
She
what does
sells
he
a
sell?
grip of stuff, furniture.
Oh, I
and
figured it was
a bunch
furniture.
of
Makes
curtains
sense.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
You better get her a gun.
You right, because you can't be coming to my house. Like,
Dang, she does it right to the house?
he be doing some
don't do
risky
that.
stuff like that.
Y'all better meet at the police station. I talked to Bluff. He was like, anytime I sell anything, I only meet at the police station. Oh, probably a good idea.
That's fair.
I've offered that before to people, and they were like, nah. I'm like, oh, guess that's it.
Yeah, they don't want it. Pause.
Or
So-
QT also. We got cameras everywhere at QT.
Yeah, I go
That's
inside
where
the
I go.
grocery store and stuff like that.
I go to Banks.
What's
Oh,
that?
Banks?
Oh, yeah, Banks.
Because
Yeah.
of cameras and security.
I remember I was selling on $8 Facebook group, and maybe that was that group, and I drove up to Chase Bank because he was like, oh, I got all right, I'll meet you at the bank. I drove up, it was like 15 dudes, and like one of them had a gun. I just kept going, kept driving. Yo, where you at? I was like, fam, no. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I was like selling like
For 40
red and
bucks.
white 14s or something, like whatever it was. But BRK, like I said, I appreciate everybody who, time BR kicks and all this stuff. So, and like I said, I want to talk about this just a little bit, nothing crazy, because I don't want to burn a bridge, okay? Because I don't want to go crazy Joe Budden, wilding out, whatever. But, they reached out, and I feel like they reached out and slapped us in the face, to honestly tell you the truth, because, so... everybody who's listening, everybody who's aware that they have that comedy sketch show called Sneak This. And I'm assuming they reached out based off everybody tagging them and commenting and saying stuff, because they sent me a message at around like noon, like that same day, and was like, yo, what up, guy? Now, I thought this was funny because they referred to George as the Boost and me as Gregory. So I was like, okay, well, they clearly know that we exist, because we don't even say Boost Snob anymore to Joy. No one even says that. And the cat don't even follow us. He don't follow our page. He don't follow you. He don't follow my regular page. So I was like, all right. So then he asked if the two cats on the Sneak This, I can't even say it right, it's so close, Sneak This could be on our show. And I was like, what? Like, so I was like, and I asked Joy, I was like, you want to have him on, whatever. Joy was like, I don't care, whatever type thing. But I was just like, because in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe we should. But then I was like, nah, because that's whack. Like, BR Kicks has over 1 million followers on Instagram and all this stuff. Their platform is like this, and then they reach out to us to help promote them. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no, because and that's what I told him when I messaged him back. And like I said, not burn no bridge, whatever. But like I said, I do appreciate everybody who recognize, whatever. And I said, nah, we've been doing a lot of dope stuff for a really long time. And y'all ain't gave us a second look. You ain't never, like, reposted us, never liked, never comment, shared, never said a single thing about us, basically. But then which I figured, if it's going to benefit them, then they might. Because if we had them on the show, then I'm pretty confident they would post it on there, like, yo, check out this interview with whatever them guys' names are. And that would be the only way. And I'm like, nah, you're not going to. Like, it's like trying to kill two birds with one stone type thing. Like, like, okay, we'll give y'all some shine too, but it's gonna be for us. And I'm like, no, I didn't like that. So I went, and like I said, I responded with that, and he responded with something. Like, I barely read it. I sent it to you guys, but like continue to grow, reach out to me. Which the reach out to me to almost made me respond to again, because I'm like, you still don't get it. Like, we exist. I know you exist. And look, I've already come to terms with this podcast. Nike's not calling us to be like, do you want to be the Nike podcast? I know that. Like, I get it. So our avenue of hopefully one day getting a check continuously besides doing ads would be from like a BR Kicks, a Complex, a Soul Collector, Nice Kicks, Sneaker News, all them other platforms who've built themselves, Nice Kicks, all them platforms that have built something that would say, all right, we would like you guys to be the Nice Kicks podcast, the BR Kicks podcast, the whatever. So I recognize that. But like when he said, yo, let me know, reach out, let me know if you need anything. So I was like, no. Like, it just annoyed the crap out of me. But that's just the whole basis of like sneaker media stuff I'm trying to talk about. Like, you guys are talking about the sneaker TikTok today. Like, the stuff that they post, I don't understand how. Like, it got to the point to where I'm like, the sneaker TikTok people must pay. You must pay it. I don't understand the value in, like, sneakerhead check, my newest sneaker, my oldest sneaker, my expensive sneaker. I don't understand why that's the, like, pantheon of repost on BR Kicks, Nice Kicks, Sneaker News, Soul Collector, all them pages or whatever. Either way, now look, the show itself, Ricco watched a little bit in here with me. Okay, did you watch it?
I watched that clip.
Okay,
the draft.
Right. Now look, the Rob, I think that's his name. Rob is the lighter skinned guy. I don't like to refer them to that, but he's the lighter skinned guy. I've watched his stand up before on stuff like that. He's kind of funny to me. He has a sense of humor type thing. Look, it's another one of those things that's just gonna fade away. It doesn't. I mean, there's real sketch comedy shows that come on television that didn't last. Like, you're not gonna tell me a sneaker sketch comedy is gonna last. Like, it's just not going to. And then I had never even known BR Kicks had a YouTube page, and I went on there and I was like, man, like,
they all got YouTube pages. That's where they say stuff like Blonzo and Lonzo are all gonna play together for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yo, see now, Bleacherreport. I would expect Bleacherreport to have a YouTube. But I didn't know BR Kicks did.
I mean,
so I went on the BR Kicks one, and like, it's only like 10,000 subscribers, and the views to the little sketch thing had like 150, 1,000. Like the first episode had like 43,000. Whatever. But like, I was just like, yeah, there's no value.
Oh, wait,
in this.
The only place that's being shown is YouTube? I thought it was.
It's a YouTube and social media. I mean, what?
Oh, okay.
IGTV, that's what it is, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess they're probably more on there or whatever as well. But, anyways, so like I said, like, I ain't mad at BR Kicks or nothing like that. I'm not bothered by it. It's just like when you reach out for us to try to like get your content on ours when we're technically the little people and you're the big, and you want us to like promote your stuff, it makes no sense. And I'll never ever do it. So that's it. I don't know if George had anything to say, but that's all I got.
No, I mean, me. It's whatever. The only person I probably would never allow on the show ever again is Clark Kent. So, I mean,
I would, just because I know.
I don't think I would be with that. I mean, I know it might be funny to
we would act different though,
but it wouldn't be. I would get annoyed.
Yeah, but I think we would act better because we let him get away with more than I probably wanted to.
Yeah, but then he just would hang up, and that's pointless. He would.
You think he would? I don't think he.
If he was in person, I don't think he would storm out. But on the phone, he would.
don't think he'd hang up. I think he's too in
Just do
himself to
Birdman
hang
style
up.
and like
I don't think
put
he
some
would-
respect on it and walk out.
I think he would. I
I don't
think
see him dealing with that.
a lot of people sent me actual video of him DJing this
Now
weekend.
I wouldn't.
And I was like, oh, they were like, fam. It was him like this. He was like this. I was like, that's literally my first time. Now, I probably haven't, just forgot. But I was like, yo, he's actually on stage DJing. He was up there like this.
What kicks was he wearing?
That. Yeah, I couldn't even see that. But it was at, maybe like these paloozas, these things that's been happening.
Oh,
loud, all them stuff or whatever.
Now,
Going loud.
Staplehead, yes, I would be fine with him coming on the show because I want to hear him explain himself.
He owes it to us.
Not to us, to the culture. Ballerhead, unless he got like cars to give me or something, he can
What about
fly
Lotus
off
Head?
Earth.
I would love to talk.
Oh
to
yeah,
him
we got to
about
talk to him. That would
Wait, who?
That would
Lotus.
be funny.
You know what?
That would be
I'm
funny.
gonna get Lotus on here. I'm gonna get him on here.
I just need to know why the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
But
I just need to know
only
this.
ones that would be only one would be an absolute no. That's Kent and Ben Baller. I would have to think about. Other than that, I don't
sleep
care.
on it. Yeah, I still
Because
don't
I
understand the
can't. I
Phoenix Suns
mean,
thing.
I can just Staplehead annoys me, but he's not arrogant like Ballerhead, where Ballerhead thinks everything you touch turns.
Yeah,
to gold.
and that's social media, man. Like I don't really pay attention to that much, but yeah, he does come across off that way. Kyrie criticizes Kyrie 8. Anything?
It's just funny that like this is like I said before. This is like the second time Nike's in drama this year over athletes with like the Kobe
Yeah, with
Vanessa
Kobe
Bryant
and
thing,
Vanessa.
unreleasing
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, unreleased or unapproved pairs of Kobe shoes, and then again Kyrie's not approving these, and they're still going to release them. I don't know. To me, that's not a good look for them.
I mean,
I know Kyrie is a weirdo, but like,
Was it on Instagram or Twitter? Did he delete whatever he deleted? Because the only thing I've seen
probably
is a
did.
screenshot of it.
Yeah.
I never
would
went and
imagine
actually,
he would.
Well, I
have
never
deleted
went and
it.
actually searched for it. I just saw the
Yeah, neither did
screenshots
I.
on like all
so
the
do we know
sites.
it's real or?
oh no,
Oh, no, it's
sorry,
real.
he posted something else today, a response to it. If you guys didn't see that,
Oh no,
What'd he
what did he
say?
say?
that they're in talks to like
Change
go
the shoe.
back and
Redo
yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
I saw it on Complex on Instagram, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind
I'll
of
find
changes
it.
stuff a little bit. Do you got a problem with him saying that, or
I don't have
No.
a problem with him saying that. No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he is a weirdo, but
Y'all talked a long time ago about having how there has to be a guy in the room. Like, if he's his own guy in the room, being like, "Hey, this shoe kind of sucks," like, then that's a good thing.
Well, see, that's what I was confused. Like, how did y'all take it? See, when I read it, it sounded like he was just chilling, and Link Pics came out. He's like, what the heck is this? Like, he had no idea. That's
Yeah.
how I kind of took it. And then I kind of took it as he did have an idea, and he told them no, and they still did it. So that's why I didn't know, like, what it was. He seemed just as shocked as us. I mean, that was kind of a lot of a tweet to... You know, he's like, in my opinion, these are trash.
Yeah.
You know, he's...
Well, here we go. For everyone that doesn't know, I'll go ahead and read what he said. This is the first thing he said. I have nothing to do with the design or marketing of the upcoming Kyrie 8. In my opinion, these are trash. I have absolutely nothing to do with them. Nike plans to release it without my okay, regardless of what I say, so I apologize in advance to all my sneakerheads and true supporters of the Kyrie brand, whatever that brand is. Today, this is what he said. When you're building something great, there sometime comes a point where you need to recalibrate and refocus to ensure everyone involved is aligned. This is where the Kyrie brand and Nike are. It was unfair to put the blame on Nike or any one person. With that being said, we are diligently working, restructuring, and reimagining things together to make sure we get it right.
Well, the season started October 9th or something like that, so they better put out something.
Well,
quick.
I mean, Nike's... And they're pushing everything back anyway, so like they can
yeah,
push
they
this
got
back
problems.
too.
That's probably why they were okay with that.
So
They were like, it ain't coming out anyways.
the way it
Might as
reads to
well.
me is like kind of what you just said about leak pics getting out, and he was just like, "What the?"
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what happened, and then Nike saw him respond and was like, "Wait, what? What's going on here?" Like,
I wasn't mad at it because honestly, we talked about we all of us, we've been in sneakers forever, and there's certain things that come out and we be like, what? Like, this doesn't even seem like it would align with something that they would want to wear. You know what I mean? And now when it comes to Kyrie, when you saw the leaked pics, they look like kind of all the other ones. Like I didn't think
they're
it
just
was,
like mishmash of like everything else.
Yeah, I didn't think they were outrageously different. Now I was like, maybe he's talking about basketball wise, but he was like, "Oh, my sneakerheads, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "Oh, the sneakerhead you talking to probably ain't buying Kyrie's anyway." But I was reading about Kyrie's, and Nike was like, Kyrie's and whatever, like their top seller, like they sell. Now that's just to the kids and the AAU kids, all these people who wear that stuff. Like I don't see these people. Like I'm talking about us. You know, we ain't walking around wearing a shoe.
Well,
like
I own
that.
Kyrie's, but I hoop in them, and those are my favorite hoop shoes because most of the time they're like kind of a mid, which I like because they're not too low, so they do give some ankle support, but they're not like boots.
If I was playing basketball, I would buy a Kyrie. Like I wouldn't buy a KD or anything. Like I couldn't think.
Paul George's are the next best one.
Yeah, I'd buy something like that.
Yeah,
like I mean,
they're a little more like narrow, but like.
So, you know, like I said, I appreciated him doing that. I'm a big fan of, like, saying what you think and feel. Now, I don't know if that goes against his Nike contracts or whatever.
Do you think he cares, though? Because he always says what he thinks and feels.
I like that. Like, I just feel like, look, Steph Curry, I feel like his shoes, he can't possibly think they're fire. Like, I just don't.
I don't think he does. I think he got it just because he had ankle problems or foot problems.
Yeah, but they don't have to look as
a lot of
whack,
people
though.
don't. I understand.
But
Like a lot
Steph
of
Curry,
our
like a fashion icon, like he
No,
kind
but-
of dressed whack.
Neither is Kyrie though.
Yeah, but like Kyrie dresses pretty dope.
He does.
It's rare when you see him. Now he will
Because
have
now
like
he
a
wears a
walking
bunch of
stick.
just like he dressed like Kanye now. He just throws on oversized.
But he'll throw on some purple lobsters or something with it, you know, and have a walking stick, you know, and a top hat or something. But like, no, he was every game he had
Some
that
Monopoly
giant
man.
what was
Sage.
that?
Yeah, he had the walking
he
stick.
had that gigantic stick like he was.
He was Moses.
Yeah, Moses. What's the dude on Lord of the Rings? Gundam? What's his name?
Gandalf.
Gandalf. I was like, man, look at him. I was like, he's a real one, boy. Going to the mountain. But look, like I said, I like it when athletes speak against that. We talked about it when they were clowning Curry's, the all-white ones. They were clowning that shoe. I'm talking, that shoe was on Jesus and Mero. That show was making national media being clowned. And I was like, there's no way he saw this and said, like, yeah, these the ones. Go ahead and drop these. There's no way. I don't care. Now, like you said, ankle support and all that, but they don't got to look that bad.
But maybe like he doesn't care really. Like he doesn't. He's not in the room like Kyrie trying to design. He's like,
Right.
I'll handle that. I don't care.
But-
Like, he saw his bank account and says, whatever you want.
That's where I was like, would you be that guy? See, me personally,
I'd be in the room
I feel like I would want to be in the room and design
for something like that.
I don't think
Yes.
Dame Lillard's are fire.
No.
Like, now I'm not gonna say they whack, but Dame to me is one of the cooler people. And I was like, come on. That this doesn't seem like something Dame would be like, yeah, this is the one. Like, I just don't.
No, he wants this stuff to be cheap.
It's Adidas basketball though. Like,
Yeah, cheap and look good, they can align. We've seen cheap and good.
Because like I think the best Adidas
I don't
basketball
think
shoe
we
right now is
have
like the
in
Spider,
basketball.
the Donovan Mitchell ones probably.
You think that's the best one?
What other ones are
I
there?
think the newest Harden looks the
the Harden.
best.
Okay, yeah, the Harden.
But I heard it's
okay.
awful comfort. And I thought the first Hardens were okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
even the Y3 Hardens. Now, that's the luxury Harden of it. But I thought those looked okay. You couldn't get your foot in it. But
Yeah.
them joints was all right. So, like, I don't know. The Spider ones I do like. The first one, I don't know about the second one. The first one was better than the second one.
Yeah. They look. I mean, they all kind of look kind of the same.
But like I said, man, I've always thought, and that's why I've always wanted to talk to a designer or somebody from Nike, like, how does that process work? You about to make a LeBron. Does LeBron say, no, no, no? Do you make all these samples of a LeBron 15 or whatever model? And you'd be like, yes, no, no. Do you revamp it? Like, how does that process work? I'm just like, how did he come to this final process? And he was like, these trash. I love him saying trash, too.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
with LeBron, you gotta. I mean, remember, this was like 10 years ago when he was on the Heat.
Yeah.
Those came out that like messed his foot up.
What shoe was it? The
Was
one
it
with the
the-
Jade?
Was it the 11 or the
Whatever
12?
model was it, he didn't want to wear it.
Yeah.
And he was wearing
the 12. And then
he was wearing
Zoom
soldiers and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Because his foot's like, it was like.
Right.
But then you saw his toes and you're like, well, duh. Like,
now he didn't get on social media and
Yeah.
say
He's ugly.
he didn't get on social media and say these LeBron 12s is trash. Like,
Well, he probably does. Kyrie have still years left on his deal? We know LeBron's a career Nike person. That's different.
I mean, I would imagine Kyrie is Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's
Probably
their
a couple
marquee.
years left.
He doesn't have the deal LeBron has.
No. But I
LeBron,
mean,
Tiger Woods and Jordan. I mean,
yeah, but Kyrie got to be next. I mean, well, Serena would probably be the next. Kyrie and KD got to be somewhere in the mix.
I mean, if the sales numbers are
Osaka.
better than people realize or something, and Nike really needs that revenue, possible. But I don't think he sells.
They say one of the best
He's
sellers.
not. Well, the basketball stuff's different because people have to wear something.
Basketball,
To play basketball, you got to wear something. But he's not like LeBron can sell other shit that he puts on his foot. Like he wears a whatever shoe, and then people are like, "Oh, I want that." It's like Kanye effect a little bit.
It is.
So Kyrie makes $11 million a year on his Nike deal.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the most lucrative ones. I said.
Oh,
And then
so they like him.
Can't find how long.
That's a lot. I wonder what KD makes.
Westbrook makes.
If anything about the
12.
story of them not inviting him to design is true, then that means his deal is probably almost up. I mean,
Oh, that could be true.
Yeah,
why
I
would
can't
they
find how long
be
it is.
designing
Go to
something
Anta.
without
Right.
his
Answer.
input?
You know,
If he has like 10 years left on your deal, you're not ignoring that guy. Unless he just said like, let's make the Earth is flat shoe or something something ridiculous.
I would
You know
wait
what
for you to
Like,
say Earth is flat.
I mean,
we
I'm
can
just,
never
they did
talk about
Illuminati.
I'm just using
Like,
the
they did the
example.
pyramid on there.
We could
With
never
the
talk
eye.
about Kyrie without you saying
No, he
Earth is
doesn't.
flat.
He doesn't make me as angry as he used to do. Used to make me because he's since done things that.
he does some really good things.
Yeah,
man.
he does. He's done good
does.
stuff in the community. So
You know, and he has his own way of things, and I appreciate it. You know, like I like it, man.
but you can
So,
be a community activist without saying the world is flat. So I mean, I'm
POV.
just telling the truth.
I'm a Maniere ones.
Lord, I hope they're fake.
Thank you. I thought you liked them.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
What? The shoe is this wall. I mean, it's like the most.
You
white
like
I've
them,
ever
though,
seen
right?
No,
a
I said
shoe.
I want to see better pictures
Oh,
and in
okay.
hand before I make a decision.
I like burgundy or whatever color
Yeah.
you want to say that is. Burnt sienna. I
Well,
like that
it's not
color.
burnt sienna.
Whatever.
Burnt Sienna is the second best
orange.
Crayola color of all time. That's a 100%
Orange?
Burnt Sienna's orange.
Burnt Sienna's
Oh,
orange.
no.
Yeah.
We almost got into a fist fight at work about it. We were making a PowerPoint,
You're
and
thinking of like Longhorn colors.
no, well, it's close to
That's,
that. Well, one time we made a PowerPoint at work,
What color is
and
that?
somebody called it orange, and they were arguing back and forth. It was two people you know, and they was like, "Well, it's orange. We're not making an orange
Damn,
PowerPoint."
sienna is like reddish brown. Why would
And
burnt
they-
sienna be
Yeah.
orange?
Yeah.
But they started arguing, and the person you know was like, "Well, technically it's burnt sienna." No joke. They about to start throwing tables, but they were just because he said the real color. They about to start tossing each other in there. I was like, "Oh
Right,
my
said it like a jerk.
God.
That's why. Technically,
He was like, I mean, orangish. He was like burnt sienna. I'm talking collard green. Yes.
So we've talked about that.
Fisticuffs.
We
I'm
talked
not
about the
even
Jordan
joking.
1 that's coming out that I want. That's that. at
No,
least-
that's starfish.
No. Not the low.
Oh.
Jordan 1 high that's coming out. I sent you guys all the picture, and you think they suck.
Jordan one.
Oh my God.
Burgundy and white.
Oh yeah, that was
Look at
whack.
this.
Oh, with this silver
Okay.
swoosh.
Yes, those are whack. But
So what I'm saying is, I like burgundy or that color, whatever the color is, sienna, umber, burnt up umber, whatever it is. I like, but the reverse of that with all white with that is trash.
Rico, you like them?
Ah, they're fine. They're perfectly fine.
They're one of the worst looking Jordan ones I've ever seen. And I'm not even
And
joking.
honestly, it
Wait,
looked
which
like-
ones?
it looked like a
His
mid.
ones or the
no.
the
It looked like a
Amanieres?
mid, to be honest with you.
They do.
It looks like mid. Like them joints. Is,
I mean, it is mid. Like something that you says.
the mid. Dude, I'm arguing with like Jay and
I said it
Don.
when they first came out. I was like, I better not fucking hear any of you saying that these are better than the threes.
Don-
I better not hear a single human being say that. Well,
Don said, if you don't like these, then you don't like the threes.
Which
And I
doesn't
was
make any
like,
sense.
What? Dude. And I kept trying to explain this to people, not just Jay and Don, but other people that were messaging like, yo, these is crazy. These is fire. Take my money. Yada, yada, yada.
So they're not fake.
no.
Apparently
well,
not.
Or not coming out.
Oh, they're
Custom
coming
or
out.
something.
But like it's next year, early next year. I don't know, or
I thought it was
September.
either
I don't
fake
know.
Or friends and family.
No. So I kept trying to describe. I said, no, you don't like this shoe. You're just enamored by it and the name of it. There is not a single Jordan 1 that is coveted that is one solid color like that. Now, there's a few that are leather, but when your toe box on a Jordan 1 isn't a contrast of the rest of the shoe, we like Royals and Black Toes and Chicagos and Breads because the toe box is red. The toe box is red and it's surrounded by black.
Lows, it's different because we just got white
leather
with
though.
The gray.
It's leather. A suede. There's no suede Jordan 1 that any of us like or own. We don't own a.
I guess I didn't know the whole shoe was suede.
Gym Reds aren't suede.
It's
They're
not
leather.
all leather.
The toe box is a contrast of suede. That's soft on the toe box. All the red leather. This is all suede. The toe box, the top of the suede, the side is suede, the thing is suede.
Wait, that's all white suede?
It's all suede.
They suck then.
And I was like,
I didn't know
and
that.
that's why I was
Those
like,
get so dirty.
Those actually suck.
there isn't a single all suede Jordan.
Just made them cream.
We like. It doesn't. There's only like 4 that exist in all suede Jordan, and it was a pack. I'm like, dude, you guys can't possibly like this. If you look up Jordan 1s, all the Jordan 1s we love, every single, you just type in Jordan 1 on StockX, you'll look at the toe box. Oh shoot, shout out backboards. The box is orange and the sides is black. Oh, Chicago's, it's white on top and black on the side. Oh, Royals, black and royal blue on top. Like the white on top. The Royal Toes, blue on top. Black. Like there's a contrast in colorways. Also, the lining in the shoe is burgundy, like mattress, whatever that quilt or whatever in it.
Quilted, yeah.
You cannot make a different color inside of a shoe like that if the outside is all one color. You can't do that. It's so tacky. If you have an all red, let's say YEEZY 2s, all red, and they did the inside of the shoe white.
All those Legends of Summer pairs are like that.
But those are like 15 different materials too. Snakeskin, glitter, suede, leather, like it's all kind of stuff. But the inside of those aren't white. Awful. It's awful when you do that. So when you look at the Maniere 3 and it's like all suede white, faux snakeskin swoosh and red mattress inside or whatever, it's tacky. Those are awful. You will never convince me that those are even on the same level as the 3. It's not even close. Nope. And then somebody got mad. Like I said, why didn't they make another 3? Just a black version or another color? Well, you guys love to tell people what to do. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I just would like Union came out with what, 4 Jordan 4s now of Union and 2 Jordan 1s. I was like, you can make the same model in a different color. You think you know everything. I'm like, I just I was like,
we're the consumer.
Yeah,
we're the ones
like, fam, that Jordan 1, and I'm not even joking, it's one of the worst looking Jordan 1s I've ever seen. It sucks. That one that you like, the burgundy, blows that one out of the water. That one looks like a Union burgundy now compared to that. Like, that is
look
awful.
at the Jordan 4 PSG, how they color block that, and it looks freaking amazing, but it's a mostly white shoe. Like,
which one?
The PSG 4s.
PSG 4s.
I think with a 4 you can do it because of some.
It's all leather too, and there's gray around the thing. Somebody goes.
It's not all leather, but
yeah, there's suede.
PSG.
But where's the suede at?
I haven't seen those.
It's on the
that
mudguard.
gray mudguard? Is that? Yeah. But like someone goes about the Jordan 3, well, the Jordan 3s are all white. And I said, no, because there's the gray mudguard around it. That's the contrast to the white.
And the sole's a different color.
Yeah, I was like, you can't, you have to, and I can see, I'm like, all right, man, whatever, man, them joints are whack. I have no intentions on, now they selling.
Oh, yeah. People just love to like.
Huh? Why? For what?
If they reselling, I'm copping.
Oh, well,
Duh.
I mean, yeah.
They're gonna.
Like, I need a 3 still. I'm the only person without a 3 still. So
Correct. You
all
should have got them like 2 months ago.
All 3 of y'all got them. I ain't got them.
They're pretty good price.
They are low, but I keep buying dumb stuff.
Well, quit
Correct.
doing that.
I'm like, oh, look, unlocked custom Nike by you Air Force Ones.
No, you didn't buy those. Please. Oh, my God.
Them joints is going back. Them joints, I said that the other week. They going back, though. If they whack, they're going back. But a pink satin tweed with an olive swoosh? Oh, no, B. I might be on to something. Some of them pictures are fire, though.
Made by You Dunk yet?
No. That made by You Dunk.
I bought 2. I bought 2 of those.
I thought I really did something. I looked at it. I was like, ew. I looked at it the other day because I have like, I was surprised at how many custom Nikes I got. I got about 8. And then I was like, oh, let me go and pull the Dunk out. And I was like, dang. place.
Greg's gonna shop at that outlet with a stack of made
I'm gonna
by
have
you.
to return those. I've already returned about 3 Nike by yous I've made before. I'm gonna have to take.
They're
these
like, oh,
back.
it's Greg.
These joints are whack.
He's back.
I remember when I took the other ones back, they didn't even know how to return it. They were like, yeah, we just call it something else, man. They just go ahead and just throw it back. I was like,
I don't care.
got my money back. But anyways, yeah, I'm a Maniere 3s. And I always tell him, I was like, toe box. And I said, look, I know we talk about colorways all the time. I said, now, George is the one that got me like all colorways and contrast and blocking. But that's why Jordan 14s, Ferraris, yellow Ferrari, red Ferrari, yellow Ferrari, and that black pair, if the toe box is on a separate piece, doesn't got to be a separate color, it just has to be a separate piece on that toe box, that makes the world of a difference. Red Ferraris is a one-piece shoe. It's only one piece of suede. Yellow Ferraris, one piece of leather yellow. The toe box is all one piece, like a dunk, like a one-piece dunk. I used to think those were fire. I had some. They whack. Huh? They tried to do the contrast with laser for the one pair. I never liked it. You gotta have panels. You gotta have pieces to it.
I'm so glad that trend's over. The laser stuff, shit.
I never liked laser stuff. I didn't like laser 4s. Now the white laser 4 with the clear bottom I thought was fire, but you couldn't wear that. I didn't know how to wear that.
It's just
George
glad
loved
they got
them
away
OG
for the
lasers.
lasers. Like,
Which ones?
The fire red
Fire
ones?
reds and the Michael used
those
to
are fire.
love those. Ooh, they okay. They got history.
I think it's like,
I don't know if they aged well. I'm not
care.
sure if
well,
they did.
I think it's kind of like that
I don't
Ed
care
Hardy
about
style, like all that weird like print, like Ed Hardy stuff, like used to wear. It's like that. It's like the Ed Hardy shoe. I mean,
I used to have them Ed Hardy Chucks that had like no laces or whatever that was.
well, I heard Ed Hardy's coming back. Like a lot of people are wearing it now. It's vintage now.
It is, man.
Fuck, that
Like
makes
I am
sense.
not
I wish I
wearing
didn't sell out
rhinestones.
mine. Willis still got some of my Christian Audages, some of my Ed Hardys.
Better go get that.
I'm trying to slang. I was like keeping looking at prices. Like, man, maybe I could slang this stuff. But you know when you leave something at like the homie house for too long, and you like,
It's theirs.
dang, yeah, because it's like nobody can really remember whose is whose, and I'm like, I know it's mine. But if he started arguing with me like, nah, this was mine, I ain't gonna have really much to stand on. Like, I ain't got no pictures, I ain't got no proof, I got no receipts, I got nothing.
It's like squatting. Like yeah.
Yeah,
The house
right.
law,
Man.
it's yours now.
That's
Which
like-
I never understood that law, but
What?
squatting.
Is that still
Oh,
law?
squatting. I thought you meant that rule. I'm like,
No,
it's
no,
kind
no.
of an unspoken rule.
No,
Something that-
squatting. Like
Oh, okay.
the law. Like if you live in a house that's just like abandoned for long enough, like it's yours.
I remember homies used to get my sneakers, and they'd be there so long at their house that like I didn't see the value in getting it back. Like, and I was like, well, they're just theirs now. Like I wouldn't even go get it. But then I felt like that seemed to be the rule. If you leave them at somebody's house for like good 3 years, that's theirs. If Johnny Gonzalez,
That's what I was about to say.
if Johnny Gonzalez maybe gave me that racer, I would have been. I would have been like, man, but I would have been. I would have accepted it.
He's like, it's my kids
Yeah, but I
now.
don't
Like,
think he wanted it.
Well, he couldn't fit it or
Yeah.
nothing, but like he's held that for about 5 years. I paid for that in $8 U group. Like, so I bought that in.
please tell me you wore that at least.
I did.
Okay, good.
I bought that when racers first like dropped, and then like someone went to the outlet and he had grabbed them, and people were selling them. Like, so they've been in his house for 5 years. So
I can't believe we used to pay that much for racers.
yeah, those are stupid. Racers are a great shoe to wear, but they should have been $60.
$60,
Like,
yes.
there's no way. They have no air. They got no zoom. They got no
nothing.
nothing. They got no support. You can't
They
do
got
nothing.
holes.
Twist my
Like-
ankles on the side. What else? George, you want to go ahead and pay that bill?
Let's see what we got.
I ain't heard from them in a while. I don't think they forgot. But they're going to remember me. I'll send that invoice. Like George said he needed a garage. I'm like, you better pay.
Charging interest.
Do you know 85% of people who play daily fantasy sports lose? Is it really that surprising? The game is rigged against you. You're playing against thousands of other lineups, not to mention experts who have more tools and more time. You don't stand a chance. Introducing Stat Hero, the first ever daily fantasy sports book that puts the player in control and winning within reach. Here's how it works. Stat Hero shows you their lineups and dares you to beat them. It's you versus the house in a head-to-head fantasy matchup. You name your stakes. Winner take all. You have the advantage. Stat Hero is showing you their lineups ahead of time. No one else does that. Gregory,
No one else does it.
experience with Stat Hero.
I have 0 because it's not legal here. But I'm looking at it right now at the lineups they're doing. In the pick 3, they got Guerrero Jr., they got Jimenez from Cleveland, and they got India from the Reds in the lineup, and the payout is $29,000.
Yay.
This one is $59,000, and it got Guerrero, Ramirez, Straw from Cleveland, Soto, India, and Mullins from Orioles. Mullins, what's he giving you? I can't. I would tell you the truth. I'm waiting for NFL. I need the NFL one because I'm gonna do it. Because you said September 1st, right?
9th.
It should be legal September 1st.
They said 9th.
Oh, it's 9th now.
Oh,
Dang, got pushed back too. It must be Nike. Like,
well, it probably coincides with like NFL opening day or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
because I didn't know the
Makes
Hall of Fame game was this week. It's on Thursday. Cowboys and
Well, I don't even think they played it last year.
Steelers. Cowboys and Steelers.
Canceled
B.
because of COVID, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was, but I can't wait. Now, NFL season, come on, man. I'm about to pick my lineups, and I'm going to buy Union 1s and Jordan 4 Unions, and I'm a Maniere 3s with my winnings. So I get paid out $29,000. Oh, and if anybody got a fantasy football team, please let me in, because I have no more friends who do it anymore. If you're listening to this podcast and you got fantasy football, let me know.
Hey, I
I
saw
will
to get the
join
most
it.
invites
I hope
ever.
so.
I saw RJ Singleton was looking for people. No,
Oh,
look out.
no, I can't deal with him no more. That's George's friends. Oh. Now, you the only person out of us that talked to him.
Huh?
Yeah, I just picked up the shoes for you.
I don't talk to anybody from that
No,
group.
you used to.
No, I said, yo, can I buy these? Yeah, this price. Greg,
Oh.
can you pick these up for me?
Oh, okay.
Now, maybe like Don or somebody talks to him.
Yeah, Don was about to scrap him.
Oh, I thought he was going to try to scrap everybody. So I don't need to talk to people who are angry all the time. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't have two of you. that's like
Fam,
two trains.
what?
It's like,
Who's that?
I can't talk to somebody angry all the time. No, that's hilarious.
It's like, what's up,
You got
man?
him
like
sitting next to you and you think,
I mean, it's like two bullets like this, man. It's like a math problem.
Colliding.
You got a George and an RJ Singleton coming out the top.
yes, Mario Brothers bullets flying at each other.
Bullet bills.
You're in total control. Stat Hero is DFS the way it was meant to be, one-on-one. Play Stat Hero now and change the odds. Go to stathero.com/sneakerdisc. Sign up for free, and right now you can get 3 times back on your first play, giving you 300% match. That's unheard of in the industry. Go to stathero.com/sneakerdisc. stathero.com/sneakerdisc.
Fam, you guys, if it's legal in your state, you better get on there. Win, cop your grails, B. Right now, only golf and baseball are on there right now. You can do golf lineups. They're not paying as high as baseball, but baseball lineups are pretty high. And it's still Rappaport. Look at him.
Speaking of angry man,
Fucking clown.
It's like, yo, chill.
What do you mean chill? Chill why?
Because he's part of our paying our bills.
Oh, yeah.
What
Real
is he, a
quick.
part owner or something?
I don't
I
know,
think
but
so.
they're like doing a
Probably.
big
He's
campaign thing with him or
sponsored
whatever.
Oh.
Michael Buffer just brought the locks out.
Oh, they already started?
Mm-hmm.
Are you watching it with no music?
Maybe. It's
How are you watching verses with no music?
What do you
That's
mean
the whole
whack?
point.
Don't do that.
What's whack?
no, that's whack. He's watching the music.
I thought you meant this and watch.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no, no,
okay,
no.
All right, relax.
I'm just-
real quick, Wale had tweeted out. Somebody was like, "Damn, did you see what Wale said?" And I was like, "Yeah."
People care about what Wale said?
Well, no, that's what I was gonna ask you. So Wale tweeted out he should bring back foams and watch it start over again.
Yes.
Now, I thought it was funny, one, because we've talked about phones will make a comeback one day or whatever, but I think, and I had 2 questions. We never, ever talk about Wale when we talk about Travis, Kanye, whomever else. We never bring up Wale, and Wale is one of the OG celebrity influencey, whatever. Now, he might have been ahead of his time. Or whatever, but my first question is, can Wale bring back anything?
No.
I got something to say on this. No. You know why? I think, like you were saying, Wale is...
And I'm a huge Wale fan.
me too.
Oh, okay.
Me too. I love Wale.
I love Wale.
He's always seemed like he's like the dude that like pretend Facebook just got going. He's like on MySpace still. Like he's just behind. Like he's on Twitter and like that's the only time I ever see him say anything. It's usually just about his music. He's just not out there. But I feel like he doesn't know how to be out there into 2021. I think he's just like he probably still has a BlackBerry. Like and now he's talking about foams coming back. It's like
Sidekick.
Psych.
you know what you feel me though? Like anytime like the only thing he ever reposts on Twitter or talks about is when he drops music. That's about it.
He does, and he is on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, but I don't see him on IG doing anything or in doing collabs with anybody else, like music-wise even.
And do you think that's his fault? Because you
He's
got to be asked to do a collab. Like, if nobody asks you to do nothing...
I mean, that's why you have managers and, like, he's on Jay-Z's label? Like, he's on Rock Nation, right?
I think he still is under Rock Nation, I think.
Or Def Jam or something like that.
I think he's still partly under Rock Nation.
All these other people around you doing stuff, and he's
Maybach
just chilling. I mean, yeah. Rick Ross is doing stuff all the time.
Right. So he's on Maybach Music still, under Rock Nation, Warner, I think, whatever.
He's like all the way down here doing, but it's like, why aren't you doing stuff? Is he? I mean, if he's just like an introvert and doesn't want the fanfare and all that, cool, I get it. But if you come out saying like, "Oh, I could bring these back," it's like, bro, what do you mean you can bring these back? You don't even have a social media presence.
On Twitter.
Like we said, Twitter's not for the young kids.
Why you don't like Wale? Why you say it like that? No, why you say it like that?
It's not that I don't like Wale.
Okay.
I think Wale's fine. He's just not relevant. Like, I wouldn't.
Like, do you think Wale
I wouldn't
can
be
make
like,
a quick
Wale
TikTok video
is
to
wearing
like,
foams again. I guess I'll
or his team
bring out my foams.
Yeah.
Like,
George don't care for Wale music whatsoever.
He just has his voice is just bad. Same thing with Kendrick. Same complaint.
Yeah, but Kendrick grew on there because that was my complaint about Kendrick at first, and I discovered Kendrick.
Kendrick makes like, I don't know, excellent might be the bad word, but Kendrick, his music's on another level from where Wale is. I mean,
correct.
Wale
That's
music
not
to me is
disrespectful,
like,
but
it's more almost relaxing. Like, it's more his voice is kind of like on this pitch level where it's like lower and it's just like you can just groove to it, and it's always kind of, it never goes up to that higher octave.
I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves music wise.
Oh, I agree with
probably.
that.
He's had some really pretty decent hits, like some pretty
absolutely
good stuff. I mean, Lotus Flower Bomb might be a top 200 song of all time. I think that's a little bit much, but like, I love
started
it.
that sentence and didn't know where you were going
I was
with it.
gonna say 20, but I was like, 20 is low. And I was gonna say 50. Like, hey, 50 songs. I don't know about that. Look, man, I like Wale. Like you said, it comes to relevancy. Like, and not to say that Wale's irrelevant. Like, Wale isn't. I don't see Wale on red carpets or performing at Grammy. I don't see his music comes out. I love his music. I love his mixtape. Like, I can name Wale's song mixtape. I love all of his music, all right? Wale was literally perfect for our era. It was just too ahead of his time. He was the bait, the jacket, the varsity jackets, the dunk, the jeans, the hats. Like, he was all that at first. And then his music didn't, like, elevate.
Grow.
Yeah, it didn't grow to like global, like, man, like, this is crazy.
Acclaim.
So then you don't pay attention to him that often. Like with Travis, I mean, you want to try to compare the two, but like, I mean, he has this entire generation. Like, you know, Wale didn't have a generation. Like,
that's the thing, though.
Wale came out with hard era. Drake, Cole,
rough.
Cudi, Wale, J.
Kanye.
Cole, Kanye, like, that's a hard era to find yourself. And out of all those,
Rick Ross.
out of all of those, I would have probably Cudi last, but I would have Cudi's influence way higher than Wale, and Wale would be right there before him, because Drake is clearly like, when J. Cole is like, and Kendrick the same era too. So it's like, I don't know. Could you bring back foams? No, but I'll tell you this. I think FOAMPOSITE are officially dead. Like, it's dead. They're never coming back.
I mean,
They
we
can't.
talked about this when, like,
A year ago.
Like, talked
We
about
did.
how dunks came back and, like, would foams
What's
come
next
back?
is-
But
They can't come back.
They're
There's
not
no way.
wearable to-
They're. I feel
unless
like
they do, like, low foams or something, even then, like...
I feel like this is
There are foams already. How do you do a
if-
low foam?
well, they've like had samples and renderings of it. They just never looked right. They even had a tennis one that was like a tennis shoe, and it was a foam, same color as the penny. But like, the FOAMPOSITE is to me, one of the greatest things in history. One, because of the story. Two, of just like, I mean, that shoe was $180 when it came out. That was like, whoa, out of this world. But we talked about it with Don them. Could Travis bring foams back? I don't
Tomorrow.
know. Now, if Travis dropped his own foam, yes. But if Travis walked outside wearing metallic reds, do you think they would fly?
Tomorrow.
Oh, you think so?
Yep.
Okay.
In an instant.
You know why? I guess because Travis has that like rager following that like they're like the Kanye people. They whatever it doesn't matter.
His following is
and
just
here's
massive.
The thing, like no offense to Travis's music and stuff, I don't think he's like that special. Like his music is like
I think he's special.
I think Days Before Rodeo and Rodeo are special. I think it kind of dipped a little bit with Astro World.
Is it bars?
Well,
Oh, that's
No,
yeah.
But like
now you
we're
sound like
not in an
George.
era
No, I'm
that's
just
like.
saying. I'm just saying.
He's not an
like,
MC.
We're not in an era that
Like-
cares about bars anymore.
that's-
Black Thought would be the GOAT if we cared about bars.
Some people do.
Yeah, but
No, I mean I agree that some people do. I'm just saying the era at large, does not really
The people,
care about it.
yeah, the ones who have the most streams are obviously like Young Dolphs and Yachty's and
NBA YoungBoy and all them
Youngboy,
cats. I
like
couldn't
that.
even tell you a song of like them. You know.
So those are the cats who have the most streams and whatnot. I think there's still a place for all that other stuff. I mean, Nas he's gonna come out with King's Disease too. I mean,
On Friday.
Well, that's
none of
stuff
them cats who care about NBA YoungBoy and all them listening to Nas, they have no idea what any of the songs
You
are.
don't think so?
Nah.
No,
It's all
absolutely not.
those.
Come on, man.
What are all those people you listen to? Like
No, I feel like Nas.
all those New York people.
Nah.
Yeah, but I feel like Nas
Well, like
is
Bang the
Skies doing
Butcher,
them.
Jay Z
Yeah.
level. I feel like the
Those
young
are
cats
bars.
But that's-
listen to Jay Z.
Yeah, but Griselda
No?
is. I'm gonna
How young? Who are you?
take
like
a
teenagers?
page out of George's
No,
book. Griselda's the exception to the rule. Griselda, them being as huge as they are now is absolutely the exception
Do
to the
you
rule.
think
as far
Griselda
as-
got bars though? I
Benny
love
does.
Griselda.
Benny does.
Okay.
Conway does.
They can rap.
Yeah. Benny, Conway,
Like they can
Boldy
rap.
James,
All
they're
of
all
them. West Side Gun.
gifted
all,
dudes.
I
West Side Gun, Freddie Gibbs.
West
all
Side
those
Gun
guys
kind of
Like
sucks.
that's
but
rap, that's
Freddie
rap
Gibbs
to
is
me.
good. Yeah.
Like
Oh, Freddie Gibbs is different.
Freddie Gibbs is unbelievable.
yeah, but that's
He's
rap
incredible.
to me. Like
Yeah.
like Travis, that's not rap to me. It's like pop hip hop.
No, it's not.
Probably,
It's
yeah.
pop. It's
pop hip hop. It's like Drake.
whatever
It's
that
like
is. Yeah.
well, I mean, some Drake
like
stuff.
trap,
Drake's
yeah.
like every
whatever-ish.
different.
Yeah, Drake is Jamaican.
Yeah.
He's
Reggaeton.
Eastern European. Oh, I forgot to listen to somebody from, shout out to the homie Andy Todd. He sent us a list of
UK rappers?
UK rappers to listen to.
Was Dave on it?
Dave probably.
No, he sent us a list, and I said I was going to
Dave is
listen
fucking
to it.
good. You can talk
and
all the
talk
shit you
about it on
want,
the
but
phone.
Dave is awesome.
Dave.
Wesley Joseph.
Define awesome.
David.
Bars.
Ooh. Hold on, let me see.
You can
Bars.
actually listen to
Psychodrama.
that.
I
and-
can listen to it. Absolutely.
No, and say this is bars.
hold on. Do you know
There's-
any of these people?
There's no way I could ever do that.
Do you know these people? Getz, Ghetts, Cadet, Kano, or in Europe maybe Kano
From the video
I don't
game.
know. Yes.
Hi, man.
Wretch 32,
I have heard Wretch 32.
Akala, Mike Righteous, Roots Manuva, Low Key, P Money, Dot Rotten, and for something a little different to these, but from the UK, super interesting band from Scotland, but with the African heritage, Young Fathers Are Worth Your Time. I'm sorry, that's a very
Young
long name.
Fathers.
He
Well,
said,
I think worth your
Is it-
time
Yeah, I think it's
Young
Young Fathers is probably what they're called.
are worth your time.
oh,
yes.
Wait, what?
he's saying,
Reading the text and miss what the hell y'all said.
He thought the band name is Young Fathers Are Worth Your Time. He's like, that's
he's
a long
telling
band
me
name.
they're worth my time. I was like, that's a weird name. I was like, Young Fathers Are Worth Your
You're
Time.
an old man. That's the
You
thing.
right.
When you read that just now, that's when you.
I'm sure these are all underground like UK
I
rappers.
think so. He said, I said I'm gonna
They-
check him
they
out and let him
sound-
know.
So it's like
I said if they
Tech
whack,
Nine
him
and-
Wretch
on the
32.
list.
Yeah, Wretch 32 I've heard of. But
David's
like,
not on there. so.
Dave, yeah. Dave,
Craig David.
Stormzy.
Craig David.
Craig David's British.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought-
Wait. Who? Jamiroquai was British too, right? I used to get them two mixed up.
They don't make anywhere near the same.
no, not the same music. Them, their faces.
Yes,
I agree.
Not their music. No.
I was like, wait, huh?
Virtual reality. That video was
Jamiroquai
wild
is
back
fire,
then.
yeah.
He was like sliding and it was like upside down. That was the only
Probably
song.
because he was on acid, huh?
Craig David sung like Tupac songs. Oh, that's John B. I'm thinking John B.
Craig David was
Man,
like
don't ever get
kind of
John B.
sang
Craig
rap.
David
didn't
is
it?
That's disrespect.
He like sang rap.
John B.
Fill me
actually
in.
grew up not that far from me.
Pause.
Yes, both of y'all was in Brentwood.
But Little Sims, TK Miza, Wesley Johnson, Dave,
Wait,
These
basketball
guys
player?
use their
Slow
real
Tie.
names.
Wait,
Slow
hold
Tie's
on.
not his real name.
Wesley
all right.
Johnson.
The basketball
Wesley
player?
Johnson.
Yeah.
Earl
Wait, he
Watson.
committed suicide, I
Right.
think.
Wait, he did?
No,
No.
he didn't.
No.
The basketball player.
The actor. Isn't his name Wesley something?
Wesley
He was
Snipes?
on them shows like them.
I thought you met
What's his name?
Malik Sealy.
No, not a basketball player.
Oh, did he get hit by a train?
Wesley
I
something.
made that up. That
He
was
died.
Rodney Rogers fell off an ATV.
Wesley
and
Jonathan.
almost-
I
Yeah,
thought.
he's
Yeah,
paralyzed.
Wesley
paralyzed like
Jonathan.
crazy.
Oh, Wesley
Let
John.
me see what he looks like.
He.
Good
oh,
eye, man.
What was he in?
Oh wait, maybe he's not dead. Who am I thinking? of?
Was he in The Wire?
No.
Idris Elba's British. He was in The Wire.
Oh yeah, this is the cat I'm thinking of.
Albert
But
is
for
a
some reason, I
phenomenal
thought he was
actor.
dead. Well, I guess not.
Let me see.
Maybe I'm confusing him with something else.
Yeah.
Dead.
He's not.
Oh,
what
you
I
thinking
thought.
of? No, he's not dead.
I
You're
know.
thinking
I know.
of
Yeah, but
homeboy
there's a
of
lot
Steve
of them.
Harvey.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them dead. You
that
talking about
girl shot
Romeo?
him. Romeo, yeah, he got shot by that girl.
Yeah, but
Wait,
there's a lot
Romeo's
of cats
dead?
that are like from
Yeah,
those
not
show
Romeo.
area that are
Oh.
dead though.
Romeo from
Must
Steve
Die?
Harvey show.
There's like
Guess it
multiple
happened.
ones.
Huh?
I said Romeo Must Die. I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
But he was
watched that
in, wasn't
lately.
he in a basketball show or something?
Yeah,
on
City
NBC?
Guys. No,
Yeah.
the basketball show. No,
City
he was on
Guys?
City Guys. He was on the basketball
he was
show.
in something.
Him and the white guy on NBC, City Guys. Roll with the City Guys.
Oh.
CITY.
Everyone in here knows who Wesley Jonathan is. You might not recognize him.
Yeah,
right now.
he's on City Guys. That's not the guy you think.
City Guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Santana.
yeah. I know he's
Santana,
about
whatever his name is.
Mervin.
Yeah, he got
Mervin
murdered.
Santana or
Like,
something.
fooling with some girl.
He also
or
looks like
something.
the.
But
other
there's more than
young
one
kid,
from
the-
those era
what was
that
on
died,
Sister,
though.
Sister?
Oh, little Roger.
Coach and Coach
Go
Carter?
home, Roger.
And there's also like the little kid
Oh,
from
the
one of them
light-skinned
shows.
dude. Oh, yeah,
Smart
yeah,
guy?
yeah,
Cousin
yeah.
The
Skeeter,
little
too.
kid from one of them
Oh,
shows
that's
got
right, that's
tattoos
right.
He looks
all
just
over
like
his
him.
face now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
got
I
super
saw him.
grip.
But he's the. He was on
I mean, I
Bernie
don't know.
Mac.
I don't know
The
if
Bernie
he's a
Mac
super
kid.
grip. He's
The tattoos on his
actually
face.
probably a clown. But
I can't remember.
Wait, the
I
Bernie
know
Mac
you're
kid has
talking
tattoos on his face?
about- Was he
That's
on
one of
that
these
one?
kid stars have.
One of
no,
these kid stars is covered in
it was
tats.
D.L. Hewley show.
Oh yeah. The son of D.L. Hewley show. That's
Like
right.
Jordan got tats on his face?
I seen him. Like yeah, the D.L. Hewley kid is scary. I was like, oh yeah, he's.
Oh, since I'm here, by the way, and we're talking about shows, top 10 TV dads, you guys didn't put Bernie Mac. I was
Yeah, we
really
did not.
sad.
We did not. I don't even know if we mentioned him, but we probably should
didn't.
have.
He took it in
He
his
didn't get
Fun
mentioned.
episode.
He took it in his
He
wife.
did get
kids.
mentioned. Okay.
He did get mentioned, but we didn't put him. Did we even bring him up? I don't
Nope.
know. Yeah, I would have had him before Terry Crews over Everybody Hates Chris or whatever.
Yeah.
Julius.
Now, I would have had the mom on Everybody Hates Chris as a top TV mom, I think. I love Tashina Arnold or whatever. But yeah, Wale, he ain't bringing nothing back. I love his music. He
He just dropped
music.
something
He needs to bring
today,
himself
Some
back.
music?
Right? Yeah.
An album?
Yeah, they redid the Seinfeld album.
Hold on.
See, look, the fact that you don't
Hold
even know
on.
he
Oh, like
dropped
the
an
10th
album just answers
anniversary?
the
Oh,
question.
yeah,
He brings shoes back.
that's a good point. If I don't know his music even drops.
The 10th anniversary of like mixtape about nothing or whatever
Yeah.
it was called.
Oh, man, I ain't
about
trying to go
Seinfeld?
no remade. Damn, he got a song with Chris Brown that just dropped July 30th. So that just dropped.
Yeah, I heard that the other day.
It's called Angles. Club Mix. Man, I ain't trying to hear the Vegas version. PYT. All right, I got nothing else. Y'all talk about Simone Biles? Since y'all so passionate
talk
about
about-
mental health.
Something with the Olympics at least.
I mean,
Look.
I hope y'all watched that race last night, by the way.
Which
Woo!
one? Oh, yeah. Norway, man. I came at home and watched the replay.
Best Olympic race of all time.
He's too nice. He was doing his interview. It was so nice. I'm not saying
Too nice.
You know what I mean? He's nice.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him. I liked him coming into the thing, but pause. But
he acts how Target employees
He-
should act.
but he said Rye deserved gold too.
No.
I mean,
I'm
that's dope.
joking. Yes, no, I liked him. I like him a lot. I mean, I watched him in the other heats. Like he was freaking. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, he's winning. Like, he holds the world record. I was like, oh yeah, he's winning the final as well because he was pulling up. What?
Well, he only lost by 2 steps, so I mean, it's not like it
you know,
was.
I mean, I expect him to win.
Benjamin's
Like,
ceiling, I believe, is higher because he's faster on the flat 400 meters. So if he can get the technical side down that guy already has, his ceiling is higher. He just has to get it down.
now that goes back to the so Simone Biles real quick. So that's how we got into conversation in a text thread about this. Now I want to establish the argument first. Are we arguing the decision she made to do it versus the argument of should people be allowed to talk about it? That's what I want to establish first.
I mean, we can't control people talking about it. People are going to talk about it.
Yeah,
what?
but you guys were like, nobody should ever talk about it, ever speak on it, then whatever.
My thing is the people that are criticizing her are the same freaking people that are always up in arms about
Something.
masks or anti-vax or Trump or blah blah blah. It's the same type of person and we all know why.
That's a portion of the group that first came for her after it happened. But
like Pierce Morgan and like
I didn't see none of them.
I didn't see them either.
No, it was even more controversial people than that.
Like Tucker Carlson, like all those like Fox.
Okay. See, I didn't see any of those.
I didn't know
none
that
of
either.
them.
Somebody, but no, I don't. You say you're 50-50, but the original thing that I saw come out was people said she let the team down.
Yeah.
Like, fam, what are you talking about?
Okay, well,
what are you talking about?
Now
She's her own person. She owes you nothing. You have no idea. What if she went off the balance beam and broke her neck?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Would you feel bad? No, you wouldn't. So on the complete 180 side, you should have zero to say when she's saying, I don't know where I'm landing when I flip in the air.
Now, that's where... Okay, I'm going to tell you from what I thought when I first heard it, okay? And this is not...
Anyone who says she let the team down because I'm mad they didn't win the gold medal is a super entitled, spoiled person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, but... Here's the thing. As viewer of just the Olympics, okay, this is a once in every 4-year type thing. When you hear something like that, as fan of the Olympics and it's a spectator sport, you get cut, all that, that's the first thing you think of. For me.
What's the first thing you think
First
of?
thing I thought of was like, oh my God. I did. I was like,
oh my God, what?
Now, oh my God, because first of all, this might be the first Olympics where I didn't know a lot of people. I know maybe 3 people, like know them well.
I mean, besides like
this.
NBA players,
they don't count because they're hired.
I think her teammates' reactions answers every single question anyone would ever have.
No.
Simone Biles is the biggest fan of every single one of her teammates. Okay. Like a bigger fan of her teammates than like the parents are.
100%. I'm just talking as spectator because I would pretty much say that 99% of U.S. people watching period Olympics know Simone Biles. She's the draw for me of this Olympics. Period.
Well, gymnastics is always one of the highest.
It is.
Gymnastics, figure skating.
Field.
No. I'm saying, fam, white America's not watching track and field. I'm not trying to make a race issue or whatever, but white America comes to the Olympics for gymnastics and figure skating. Now, figure skating is
a winter
Olympics, but that's what white America is watching for.
I feel yes,
and again,
but
I'm not trying to make it a racist issue. I'm just trying to say it
but
like
I do feel like
middle America common.
I feel like all fans in track and field will come to see this star. Usain Bolt.
Yeah, but Bolt's done.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
no one knew who Carson Borholm was before.
There isn't any of that now in track and field. There isn't none of that. Some of them I'm like, I remember them at LSU. I remember a few things because I do watch track and field every once in a while and stuff like that. I'm familiar with some of them.
Well, there could have been a draw if what's her name didn't get.
Right. Yeah. That would have been a really huge. Now, a lot of people don't know about her prior. You know what I mean? That became the story.
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri. That became a bigger story because of how fast she was, and then all the additional things with it. You know what I mean? They just
the worst part about that was the aftermath of like I don't know if you saw what like Ebro said. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Ebro's Jamaican or his parents were Jamaican or something, but he's an actual clown because he made a joke about the whole situation, like she wouldn't have been able to beat them Jamaicans anyways. Her personal best was 2 100s slower than the one who won the race. So, yes, she probably would have been on the podium.
But like that's the other thing too. She's a draw. I don't have that anywhere else. So as just fan spectator, that's where my 50-50 came in. I was just like, God dang it, man. Like now
that's a fine.
But it's not even on at the time where you would watch gymnastics anyways. I mean, so what? If you're talking about just from a spectator.
Live.
Yeah,
didn't Biles compete like early this morning?
She did.
She did, and she got the bronze or whatever. Now from
that's not her event really
because she changed her normal routine.
Right.
Because of the mental stuff. And what she did wasn't as difficult. Now, I don't know if maybe she didn't land it correctly or whatever, but they said she changed her routine completely to make it like a much easier routine. Because the harder the routine is, you don't have to be as perfect if you're doing super difficult tricks because she can do stuff that no one else in the world can do. Like literally, these other gymnasts can't do what she can do. That's why she's won 57 bazillion championships in a row.
And that goes to say why she doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. But I follow Simone Biles like ridiculous. I watch all her interviews. I watch her stuff on YouTube. Social media, like I love her. Like just her.
Well, then you should know she's an honest person.
No. It wasn't about being dishonest or something. It's just American
I can
arrogant
understand
disappointment.
you being disappointment from
That's
the very
what it is.
beginning.
You're
but then
right.
You can't continue to be like 50-50.
Oh, no. I wasn't. Well, because I'm not gonna feel bad for how I thought or how I felt.
But
like,
I just got an alert, by the way, about another event that just happened, but I won't tell you guys what happened.
It's about. I mean, being disappointed that you don't get to watch her is one thing, but criticizing like, oh, mental health, blah 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 blah.
No.
This
Never
is what
did
I
that.
was talking about. Like
No,
all
no.
these like.
Yeah, because
nuts-
you said 50-50, and that's immediately what we thought.
Yeah.
Was
I
like-
think everyone is disappointed they didn't get to see
of
her
course.
Yeah.
perform because. Here's the thing. Not
At her
only
best.
that number one is selfish of us saying we don't get to watch her perform. She lost out on like at least 4 medals. Imagine her having 4 more gold medals or
Right.
whatever.
But she
So
doesn't.
but that matters. I mean,
Well, it matters,
I'm sure it matters
but-
to her.
right.
But so
But then I did.
it's a way bigger deal than me
But
not getting up
I'm
to watch
not
it.
gonna lie to you too. I was like, man, it came out of my mouth. I was like, man, you wear the GOAT stuff, you GOAT interviews, all the go.
Well, she is. I mean, it's not even close.
Not even close. Not even close. But that just more fell into just my disappointment thing and like, man, you doing all these interviews and all this stuff, man. Come on, man. Now, in my mind, how hard it is to be an Olympic
Yeah, but
athlete
fam,
for this block of time.
listen.
In my mind, and I said it, I said, man, you supposed to get that stuff in order during that
You
4-year
remember Rick
block.
Ankiel? You
Yes.
remember Steve Sachs? You remember?
Yes. Now, I'm saying in my mind that a 4-year block of that is when you're supposed to get that stuff together for 1 week. It's not right to say that, but I thought it and I said it because I'm like, God dang, man, the 4 years is what it's for. We just want 1 week out of it. Now, I'm not nobody
Yeah, but
to be
they-
demanding anything from
I
her
think
or
people
anybody.
don't
She has
understand this-
nothing.
Yeah, but people don't understand how much they actually perform.
100%.
Because it's not
100%.
just the Olympics or World Championships and that's it. They got stuff year round.
Now, like I said too, I feel like a lot of people who were saying like stuff to me like, oh, you're this and that and whatever, and I was like, because it was like another stupid Phoenix Suns fan, and I said, you know, if Chris Paul, with his history of results happening when it's time for the big game, if he was like, you know what, I can't play this finals because I'm not feeling right about it, I just can't. I have a really hard time thinking that Arizona fans would have been like, you know what, yeah.
Well, of course they
it's
would
all
have, because
good.
the majority of the fans are dipshits. I mean,
But see, that's the thing. Like, I don't view it.
I would
because-
never ever justify fan behavior over because someone said they're having mental issues. I mean, who am I to judge?
I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, but that's the point I was trying to make. Like,
I mean, Scottie Pippen did that.
I did it. Well, he wasn't mental. It didn't want to.
Because he couldn't handle the
I
pressure.
mean, he said he had like, well, so are you talking about when Jordan was gone? Because there was kind of two.
the other one.
Oh, all right. Like the last season,
Yeah.
when they won it and he left for a while or whatever, or didn't want to play.
I thought you
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was just exhaustion more than anything. Like just kind of over it. I don't know that was.
Well, there's also
I guess that's partially
where
mental,
he
but
didn't want to go back in the game.
yeah, but that was when
that was
Jordan was.
because
That was
Kukoc
Kukoc.
thing.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Jordan
But
was gone. That's
see,
what I was
that
saying.
was-
Are you talking
and that
about
was my
when
thing.
Jordan
But
I'm saying
was
it's
gone or
happened.
when he was there.
It's happened.
But then I said, like, man,
that was
that's
his
a-
anger.
It's a
He just was
super.
angry.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
was
I'm
mad.
saying.
He was mad about that. But that's when, like, I looked at it as like, I didn't
Now,
think
I
it's
think
bad. I
people
don't
can
think
be
it's
mad about that because you're literally admitting, like, oh, I don't want to play because you're going to give the other guy the shot. That's kind of petty. So I think people can be mad about Scottie Pippen for that.
Yeah, the situation
But
was
like,
different.
if Chris
you're,
Paul
like,
would have done
mentally
that,
exhausted, fam,
you would have
who am
felt an extreme
Disappointment, but like I can't get in someone's head.
disappointment.
The other thing is like,
and minimizing how I think you would have felt.
but Chris Paul doing that, if he tried to go out there, he's not gonna like almost kill himself. Biles could kill herself,
Right.
Which is two different extremes.
Could kill herself, yes. Paul could still injure himself.
To me,
yeah, that's
listen,
what I'm
But I
saying.
still wouldn't
If a
question it. Like
player-
Kevin Love talks
listen.
about this all the time.
if a player says they're not into it, you don't need. I've always been like this. I've never changed on this.
Oh,
if a player says they're
100%.
not into it, fam, if you're not going to give me 100%, you don't need to come.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
mad
no,
at
no,
you.
no,
You
no,
good.
no, no, no. Like in a 162 game baseball season, an 82 game, 82. Fam, you don't feel like Kyrie left? I didn't care. I thought it was
dipped,
funny,
yeah.
but I was like, I don't care. Like, he'll be back. I'm like, who cares? You got KD, you got Harden, y'all all right. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. He left. Everybody was like, oh, you never know. He might be back, he might not. And I was saying it too, because it was like, man, he might just retire. We laughed at the memes. We laughed at all the stuff. We thought it was
civil activist.
Right. Like, he just was like, I just don't feel like it right now. I'm okay with that. I'm talking about the Olympics here. Not justifying it and not saying I'm disagreeing with it. I have compassion and empathy as a human being for her because I love her. Like, I'm a Simone Biles fan. But if it would have been, if it would have been in the Super Bowl and Dak was like, I just can't, like, I feel, whatever, I'm not going to lie to you. I would have lost my mind, all right? Because I'm talking about the Super Bowl, not Sunday. If it was week 7, and he like
Donovan McNabb did do that. He puked in the Super Bowl and
that's he's out there though. That's pressure. The pressure got to him. No.
It happened in a different moment. Going. Same thing.
I'm sorry. Whoever my backup is, you're playing in the Super Bowl today because I'm not. Because I'm mentally not there. Not saying that that's bad. But I would have lost it. I know it. I would have been like, you've got to get this man out of Dallas now. I would have lost my mind. Now, Sunday, week 7, I ain't into it. Hey, you good. All right, hey, things happen. Now, if it's like we need to win to get a playoff last week against the Eagles or something, there's a difference.
The thing
that's my thing about it. That's why I'm okay with it because it's the Olympics.
It's more of the people criticizing, oh, she's not a Patriot. She shouldn't even went there.
See, I never saw that stuff.
That
stuff.
I ain't see like nobody talking about like all that, like patriotism. Now, a spot on the team I did see.
There's alternates there already. Like,
it would be one thing if she never did anything and just said that. But you saw her out there fall off the entire
100%.
runway or whatever.
100%.
We know she's not lying.
I watched I watched every single thing she did up to the point of when she decided not. I'd never missed her out there. I watched it all, and she just wasn't. She was off. And I was like, she just ain't winning goals, whatever.
Did you see the practices she posted on her page?
Yeah.
When she was trying to do in the foam pit, and she didn't know where she was. It's called the twisties. That gymnasts get that.
And now
I found out today they said her ADD medication is outlawed in Japan, and this is part of the reason why this is happening, because she's off her medication. Oh. Because it's banned in Japan.
I haven't even heard stuff like that.
So that's part of the reason why
this could be going on. But I do feel like her being a woman.
A black woman.
I mean, that might not matter to you, but it matters to a lot of people.
No, I haven't heard much about.
Well, you haven't been seeing the stuff I've been seeing. Then.
Okay, see, that's the difference. Like I haven't seen anything where I thought like racial. I haven't. Like now, if you say on Fox News, okay, that's a little different.
Well, I don't think anyone would come out and it just out and out admit it was racism. It's the same argument you always have where you say some stuff that's clearly shaded a certain way. Maybe from your upbringing or whatever, and maybe it's not even your fault. Maybe it's your parents' fault. But honestly, by the time you're 30, you should probably figure it out. Anyways, if you say some stuff that's shaded a certain way, now I may think it sounded racist, but I'm not the target of it because I'm not Mexican, black. Well, I mean, I am half Mexican, but you know what I mean. I'm not Asian, black, or whatever people could say to certain people. But if someone else feels that it is, I'm not going to argue with them. Because obviously saying... Like, there's a lot of key words that's like undercover words for racist shit these days. Like, we know thug is an undercover word for racist shit. We know
ghetto.
Things that have to do with patriotism or whatever. A lot of that has to do with like...
nationalist.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't be saying that about a white dude. You just wouldn't. Whether you think it's not racist or not, you're not calling a white gymnast unpatriotic. You know what I mean? Like... And not even a gymnast. Like, you can go to everything. You can go to, like, sports or politics or... Like, the stuff that they do... Think about the, like, again, I don't want to talk about politics, so I'll get off this quick, but pause. But think about how they treat, what's Ocasio-Cortez, AOC? Oh, yeah. How they treat her and how they treat the Muslim Congress people.
Right.
Like, there's obviously an air of something there that they wouldn't be doing if the people were white and conservative. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't happen. So I'm not going to call any specific person racist unless I've actually had a face-to-face conversation with that person and they've said some shit to me that I know is racist, because I don't care enough to worry about what's the man's name on Fox News you said earlier?
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, like I don't care about him. He's irrelevant to me. They've even gone into court and admitted that what he says on his show is complete fiction for entertainment purposes.
Of course.
So I mean,
that's why I don't take any of that stuff.
Yeah, like
hold any water.
Yeah, but then all the
but it does exist. Is my point.
idiotic fan like
yeah, but the
then
other people
it gets
don't
all
know
them
that.
riled up.
Right.
That's what they do.
I mean,
here's the thing this Simone Biles story was a huge story, right? You saw it everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what happened with Novak Djokovic in the Olympic
Well, he
final?
said something about that too. I don't know if it was about Biles or about someone else, but he said something too about somebody.
And what did he do after that in his match?
Oh, I know he lost, but I don't know.
He threw a racket
Threw
into
the
the
racket
stands.
into the. He
Oh,
lost
yeah, I
his-
didn't see that.
broke
Crazy
two
tantrum.
rackets,
Yeah.
and then threw another one into the stands.
He was going crazy.
And then
After he lost, or
after he lost.
he
And
was
then
nuts.
he was in the mixed doubles bronze medal game and pulled out because he was too upset. So his partner didn't even get a chance to compete for the gold or bronze medal. And he's out here talking like, pressure's a privilege to have to deal with this, blah, blah, blah. But do you see anyone coming out blasting Djokovic?
I think
because he's a man.
I think, well, that's part of it too, but it's also race. But I think one of the interesting things that people don't talk about enough, and you can talk about it in a sports conversation because of how global the NBA is or whatever, a lot of those European countries, maybe not the super Western European countries, but a lot of the Western European countries are very nationalistic, and they're 90-something, they're homogenous. They're 90-something percent white. So their culture is like, literally, we only accept this. So I understand why some of those jabronis like him say that kind of shit, because they don't know any better. Like, they didn't grow up in Canada or United States or the Netherlands or...
I mean, Djokovic's Eastern European, but it's worse there.
That's what
Way
I'm saying.
worse there.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like Olympic fans that are blasting Biles, but like crickets when Djokovic is doing that and cost his partner a
But
chance to
that's
get a...
also because tennis isn't a draw. It ain't Olympic draw. Like, I watch it, but it ain't Olympic draw. Like, we don't... It could care less that anybody loses.
My point was, I'm not surprised that somebody like him, who's from Eastern Europe, where they have that kind of culture, is saying that kind
say
of stuff
shit
and then
like that.
acting completely different when it's his own.
I brought that up to talk about the people that were blasting Biles for
Right.
doing that, and then Djokovic does it, and then the crickets.
Right.
Also, that white blind swimmer that pulled out because they wouldn't let her mom come as her caretaker.
Oh, yeah.
He said
That's
he got
becoming
any of
a
it.
big thing with the Paralympic people. Like, they're not allowed to bring their own helpers and stuff like that. They like assign like one like per team, 10 athletes.
Nobody's calling her a...
All right. Well,
Not a
because no
patriot.
one's also watching blind swimming, so it's not. I mean,
My point is they're hypocrites.
It's just
well, I'm just saying. Like, oh yes, it's just swimming, but you know what I'm saying. Don't look at me like that.
My
You
point
know
is
what
they're
I'm saying.
hypocrites.
Right, they are, but like we're talking about Olympic gymnasts, and then we're talking about Paralympics and tennis. Like,
Do you think if the shoes on their foot, if Biles was a white man, the outrage would be different?
what outrage.
no, because nobody watching men do gymnastics. We don't care about them.
You're right, and honestly, I don't even know who finished where.
I have no idea. I saw them in the stands like this. I was like, who is he? They were like, oh, that's the men's Olympic team. I was like, duh. I was like, pan the camera. Get them out the camera.
Or men's runner, whatever. Or if Durant came out tomorrow and said he's not playing in the next game. I'm just saying.
There would be memes about him going to whatever
You know
team
what?
won gold.
I
in the
wouldn't
next
even.
Olympics.
That would be hilarious. But you know what? If Durant did that in that setting, I wouldn't care because I still feel like if we had just only 6 players, we should beat everybody else. I feel like that. now that's U.S. arrogance and just me loving our own product.
Well, so I think everyone kind of feels like, I mean, I'll be the first to admit the Olympics have not gone well for a lot of stars. Like the U.S. has won a lot of medals based off people who weren't expected to win medals, winning stuff.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Caleb Dressel is the only one for me, besides like, Rai Benjamin and a couple track people here and there. As far as who our superstars were going to the thing, and I'm not talking about Biles because that's a completely different issue, they haven't shown up.
But that's a part of
And
it,
that
though.
angers me.
That's a part
But
of
it's
it.
not mental. You
No.
just didn't show up and perform.
It's not mental, but it's a part of why people acting the way they are. Like, ain't nobody else doing nothing. So it's like, okay, man, I got my bios. And then she was performing bad, and I was seeing it. But, like, her scores, because of the difficulty of she was doing, were so high, she was still making it into the next, whatever. So it wasn't like she was, like, doing bad. It was just like it didn't look like Biles out there. understandable. But like you watch Ledecky, she ain't doing what we thought. We thought she about to go run out.
She did at the end.
At the
won
end,
2 in a row,
right? And Dressel, like he's the only one. We don't really know anybody else. USA basketball is like a half joke, half balling. They go out there and blow somebody out. We don't care. And we're like, oh, if they won by 60, cool. And then they win by 15, and we're like, good Lord. Like, we're angry. We were tied at halftime last night, and I thought I was going to break the TV. Like,
well, Ricky Rubio plays in the Olympics, and he should be a top 5 NBA player. Then he goes and plays in the NBA, and it's like...
So what's funny is I watched the entire first half, and
I watched the whole
left
game
to do something, and then came back, and I just checked Twitter because I forgot the game was on. And based on Twitter, you would have thought U.S. was down 30. I looked at the score; they're up 14. I was like, "What happened?"
I was up late watching it, and I was like,
"Well, it's because like they had literally like old man Gasol and Fernandez out there.
Right?
Fernandez was throwing up shots like falling away, backwards, throwing like
Spain's
this.
entire roster's old. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but it's someone I started following a long time ago. And at one point, he was probably Spain's best guard, and he never came to the U.S. And I just fired like a tweet off last night.
What's his name?
Like Sergio Llull.
Yeah.
And so he was probably the best guard in the ACB in Spain's league at one point, and probably would have been an NBA, like maybe not a star, but he could have made All-Star games. And I just was like, fired off a tweet like, bye Felicia kind of thing. You could have came to the U.S., but you voluntarily stayed in Spain. Like, see ya, buddy.
Well,
He should have came to the NBA. That's what you get.
Well, that's
You're
what
a
happened
clown.
to Rudy Fernandez and the other one that were in the league for like 3 years and then just like bounced out.
Yeah, they were they were scared of competition or whatever.
Well, yeah,
At least
Rudy
Ricky Rubio stayed the whole time.
Rudy Fernandez was drafted by the Suns.
Yeah, I
and then they traded him to Portland.
That was when
and then
the
he played 2
Suns-
years and left.
That
That's
was when the Suns had
traded.
like 4 or 5 bad drafts in a row. Like they had like the Luol Deng thing, and then they had Fernandez, and then they sold a first-round pick, and someone else got picked.
Rondo, Nate Robinson.
Yeah, but there was someone who ended up being like a superstar who they could have gotten.
Yeah, I mean that was
next year or the year before.
That was when D'Antoni was the GM for like
they
2
had
years,
like
and then he
3
was
or
just
4 years in
selling
a row
picks.
where they were just doing the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
And you could have built, a superstar roster.
Yeah, but it was just funny watching Paul Gasol out there. Like, why is he on the team? Like, he looks like he can barely move.
Did Devin Booker get blocked 3 times in a row by Juan Hernan Gomez? It's one of the
dude was playing
dumbest
like he's
things
a
I've
superstar,
ever
too.
seen in my entire life.
Booker was plus 19 for the game, though.
I didn't see the second half, so I'm assuming they all. Well, I think when the U.S. made 3 threes in the first half, and then near the end of the game, they were like, the U.S. made 16 threes. Like, okay, they made 13 threes in one half. No wonder they won.
like I said.
But that stretch, I was like,
No, that was a bad first half.
man.
That was a bad first half.
I
Like,
just
terrible.
really, I just understand all of it. It's like, I feel like it's bad. What? Say something, Rico.
No, I mean it's like I said in the thread. I don't think anybody else on the planet knows their body and their mental state more than Olympic athletes.
Facts.
So if Simone Biles is telling me that she's not good to go, then I can't do a fucking cartwheel. What am I supposed to say about it?
No. But I can't do a cartwheel. But Simone Biles saying that in the Olympics is different than Simone Biles saying that at like a world.
I don't think
trials.
it is.
Because if the Mets are in the World Series and DeGrom, anybody is like, no thanks, I don't feel like it. I know who you are. Okay.
I mean,
no. I know you, and you wouldn't be like, DeGrom knows his body. We lose. Like, you're not.
Okay. Look at it from Look at it from this standpoint. He had elbow tightness. The Mets shut him down until September. He hasn't pitched since the middle of June.
162 games.
Now,
72 games.
okay,
that's
great.
Fine.
Great. Am I annoyed? Sure. No one knows their body and their arm more than Jacob DeGrom.
Remember?
So if the Mets and him are both saying, hey, we're going to be good to go in September, then I'm going to wait it out until...
Remember what they used to do
like,
with Steven Strasburg?
that's just-
where
they shut Steven Strasburg down in June,
the playoffs.
like every year.
No, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like right before the playoffs, they're like, he's done. And it's
Done.
like, it is what it is.
Now, that wasn't him, though. I feel he would have played. They weren't going to allow it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes...
Like I said.
Like Anthony Davis playing in that one game in the Suns, like what doctors
Watch-
Yeah, he probably should not have.
Watching the Suns, if Chris Paul would have did that, I would have lost my mind.
I wouldn't, because look how he played. He obviously is injured.
Well, we still would prefer Chris Paul out there over anybody else, regardless of him being injured or not. It's Chris Paul.
But if he said, like, I have torn ligaments in my list, I
No,
can't play.
he's hurt. Now, I do feel like the Olympic team should have protected her and probably said she was hurt. I do. It would have been lying.
I don't, because I think that this needs to be, like, she needs to have that, like, mouthpiece to say this is why, and it's okay to say that.
Oh, no. Now, her being the example by actually being the example, yeah, that's a benefit to the mental health community and stuff like that. But it just adds to what she already does. She already speaks about it all the time. She speaks about it all the time. You know, like talks about the mental health, her stuff she's gone through, all that kind of stuff in life, everything. Being
yeah,
Olympic.
but nobody's really paying attention usually.
Now,
Now that she has the whole world watching.
I mean, then she
And this
pulls out.
This isn't strategic by her.
Oh, no, of course not. No. But like I said, you know, you had brought up the Osaka thing. Osaka dropped out at a Wimbledon U.S. Open. That's a thing there. It'll be back next year. It's not like 4 years later. And plus Osaka's thing,
It doesn't affect anybody else.
it was about having the deal.
Neither of them
It was
do.
about having to deal with
Well, it really doesn't.
everybody. It wasn't about playing tennis. It was like having to deal with y'all is affecting my tennis.
Yeah.
I encourage you guys to watch the Naomi Osaka Netflix thing. It's me and Rosie were watching. I said I'm uncomfortable watching it. How people will talk to her. It's like
She got booed after she beat Serena.
yeah, like and it's like
That Serena and Venus movie looks fire, by the way.
it
oh,
does.
it does. Super fire. And it looks, and like with the Osaka thing, they're asking her these questions because once she voiced how uncomfortable she is and how
Got
stuff
worse.
is bothering her, they wouldn't stop. She goes out there and plays tennis, she loses in the second round, whatever. She comes back to the thing. Your emotions, are they in check today? It's like, man, what are you trying to do to me? Like, you're trying to get me to feel like this all the time. Well, you know, it's hard out there, I lose, you know, I want to win, yada, yada, yada. So, like, did you feel like the pressure coming down on top of you, like a weight of bricks? Or it's like, good Lord, like, I can't, even when the Kobe thing, how close she was to Kobe, she had talked about it. It's like, months later, you know, I have a feeling Kobe was on your fam. Why do you like? I hate that. That's why I support her because it's like, man, I'm sick and tired of you. Like now, Simone Biles could say the same thing. I'm sick and tired of every single one of you. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I'm still like, it's the Olympics. You know,
Yeah.
And it's bad. And I agree with everything you guys are saying. It's bad, but I'm just like, like that's it. She's not coming back, you know, that's it. And selfish me, you know, that's all I know is Biles and Ledecky and Dressel, and that's it. I want to see them. That's just selfish me, and I'm glad she did it. I'm glad she's like, you know what?
But that's a fine thing to say. Like, you saying you want to see her healthy and perform at her best is what we all want.
Right.
But we don't want her to do that
Heck no.
and try to hurt herself.
And if
for,
she would've got
for
hurt, probably
nothing.
would've-
Because here's the thing.
That would have.
September comes around. If the U.S. doesn't win the Olympics or whatever, is it going to affect you guys? Like, in your
Yeah, who
personal
gives
life?
it? That was another thing I was thinking. Like, if Kyrie Irving, if a Kevin Durant were to do something like that, like, kids are out here, Kevin Durant jerseys in their closet. Like, when Kyrie, people got Kyrie Nets jerseys in their closet, like, I mean, I guess I'll wear it to the game, even though he's not fucking playing, he's not doing anything, you know what I mean? But, like, Simone Biles not performing this Olympics, like, no one's out here, like, and I'm sure some people are, but, like,
the
no
people
one's out here having,
criticizing.
like, Olympic parties. I don't know if there are grown humans out here, Simone Biles memorabilia all over the wall, like, talking about, oh, I just wanted to see Simone Biles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not...
I don't know about
Maybe
that,
little kids, but
Oh.
even still, if it is little gymnasts, it's still a good example to set for them. Like, hey, look, I'm struggling with this thing. It's okay to struggle sometimes. Like,
Yeah, the people criticizing her, those 15-year-old crusty white
yeah,
men.
for real. Go away, dude.
You really think
Who
like,
won
the
4
Masters
years
women-
ago? Who won?
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't know. So fucking go away.
It's just like people getting mad for stuff that doesn't affect them in their personal lives. And if it does, you got an issue, honestly.
You right.
Move on.
Before we go, obviously, NBA stuff happening
Oh, yeah, free agency.
a lot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Knicks clinched the 14th seed. I'm very excited.
Clinched.
Lottery, we back. Lottery, New York, we here.
I mean, you brought the same team back. You'll be just as good. Like, you added a better point guard than what's his name? But like, I feel
Derrick Rose is a fossil. He's gonna do anything close to what he did last year, even in the playoffs.
I'm talking about Rose. I'm talking about Duke
they should
man.
have given the
Alec Burks?
job to Quickly and just called it a day.
Well, they probably should have.
I think Burks and Quickly should have been the
I
two
got confidence
and signed someone else.
In Duke man. God, what's his name?
Barrett.
I still got confidence in
I got confidence in him too.
Yeah, but then you look at
we're gonna be.
I guess you could trade him, but you can't get rid of him yet. He still has a rookie
Yeah,
deal.
of course.
yeah, but
It's interesting what I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what I can't remember which one of you said in the thread, but they were like, "Oh, it's lit them signing all these players long term for a coach who's not going to be there in a year." And
But they're his,
like, I couldn't agree more.
They're players that he wants. That's the thing. Is like you're allowing a coach to pick people for a team that he's not even.
He's not going to be coaching.
And they're going to be stuck paying Nerlens Noel $10 million.
and that's the thing. Like,
They have a better version already of what Nerlens Noel does, and he gets paid peanuts because he was a second-round pick.
Correct.
the Knicks were the 4th seed,
And I think
and then standing pat and got bounced first round. Them standing pat is. I mean,
They're
they
the
got-
12.
They got.
They're the
because
14 seed.
Look what Miami did. Look what Chicago did. Charlotte.
The East
got
is going to
better.
be competitive.
You think Charlotte got better? I feel like they kind of stayed the same.
Yeah, I mean,
Charlotte.
well, they didn't have Haywood at the end of the season.
Plus a year
Most
of
the season.
experience.
They didn't have Hayward. I mean,
And LaMelo missed a bunch of time too.
they were
so-
playing the play-in. And
Yeah.
at that rate, Melo was playing and helping them out. They were going to get in the playoffs at that point in time. But they lost to the Wizards, and the Wizards got
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
I mean, Boston wasn't healthy, so like,
Yeah.
Knicks should still make the playoffs.
Nope.
They should, because
Lottery.
it's not like
10 teams make the playoffs,
It isn't
Rico.
like Celtics got any better. Like, I haven't heard nothing from the Celtics. Like, all the teams,
They lost Kemba and they got
all
Al
the
Horford
teams.
back.
the biggest loss was losing their head coach. I mean, I realized they decided that, but he's a lot
Who's it,
better than
Foster?
people give him
Well,
credit
he's
for.
Stevens.
Celtics head coach.
Stevens.
Oh no!
Oh, that's right.
But he's the GM
Front
now.
office.
The other
Yeah.
the other guy will be
Yeah,
good.
but, you know, he's not going to have any effect
Udoka?
on how good the team is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Udoka will be good.
in years he'll draft
Their
well or
new
something.
coach.
New coach.
The
Oh,
Celtics.
look, all the teams that are like right there close, I don't feel like any of them got better. Like the Nets can't do nothing.
The Knicks made
Then let's sign Patty Mills.
Patty Mills was a good signing.
he's a
But with the Nets, what else can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't really do much. Like Patty Mills is one of them guys that like just makes you angry. You see him come out there and he looks goofy and then he makes like 3 threes and you're like, God dang it, Patty Mills again. Like, he's a Spurs product.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, none of the Spurs players have ever looked good, but they were good. All right, they knew how to play basketball.
Yeah.
Like the Celtics, they haven't done nothing where I'm thinking like, wow, they might have a chance. The Sixers haven't done nothing to where I thought they have a chance. They can't
got
get rid of
Drummond
Ben Simmons. The person with the worst out of every single thing at all this is Dame Lillard. Like, you're now still on the Blazers. Like, all this stuff that's happened, and yet you're still here, and you're not gonna beat. They
And they
can't
didn't
beat the
upgrade their
Lakers.
team.
They can't beat the
The
Lakers. They
Mavs.
can't beat the Suns. They can't beat the Mavericks.
Jazz. They can't beat the
the Jazz.
Clippers.
They can't beat the Clippers. Like, they can probably
Nuggets.
beat if the Grizzlies got in. Maybe they could beat the Grizzlies. Maybe, but they can't beat anybody in a thing. Now, do you guys feel still the same? The Suns are better than every other team in the West.
This is what I'll say. They are a contender to make the NBA Finals.
I don't think the Suns were the best team in the Western Conference last year. They finished second, but the metrics support them being the second best team in the conference. Utah was the clear first best team
100%.
when Conley was healthy, but the metrics support the Suns being number 2. We'll see what happens with the rest of, roster building, free agency, whatever. I don't think Westbrook makes the Lakers better.
The Lakers out here.
The Lakers being healthy just makes them better. I mean, if LeBron
and to
Oh my
do
God,
that,
I can't remember who
what
was
they do,
it
They signed a bunch
on,
of 36-year-olds.
On Instagram, that was like,
Getting
oh,
kids
now we know what
involved
LA
is
stands for, and then his next slide was Life Alert. I could stop laughing. I can't remember who that was, but that was
We'll
funny.
see what happens with Kawhi. As it stands right now, if Utah brings back the team, Conley already re-signed. If he's healthy and they bring back the same team, Utah has to be the favorite. I mean,
They picked up Rudy Gay too, which is a good pickup. I mean, role player. I mean,
but he just don't move the needle for me. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
with teams like that, that's all he can do.
I thought Derek
Right.
Favors, them losing Derek Favors, I thought Derek Favors was better than having Rudy Gay. Like, he's at least healthy, you know. Like,
Rudy Gay can make shots if you need a bucket in the end or whatever. But he's like a taller version of Lou Williams or whatever. But his players like that don't move the needle for me. But I understand you need role players.
You need role players. I mean,
I'd rather have Mikal Bridges and actually play Mikal Bridges instead of fucking Crowder or one of those other ding dongs they're playing ahead of him. But yeah, I'd rather have a young guy like that. That's why I say, like, the whole Suns trade thing. You can't ever stop making your team better. I understand that they're trying to win now. So if they would have traded the first round pick for like a sixth man of the year type player, and I don't know if you could get that for whatever pick they were at. But
29.
It's never a bad idea to add new talent, because look how many second round picks ended up being really good. I mean, you get those guys for cheap on a rookie deal for 4 or 5 years if whatever the what's the shit the team
bird rights and all that good stuff.
No. But when you signed them to a rookie deal, you have the 1 year option or whatever.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Extend it to a 4-year deal.
I'm not the most
deal,
adept basketball guy, but I don't understand why the Knicks traded out of the first round.
Well, that's another one that shouldn't have
times.
traded their pick.
Like,
They definitely should not have.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
because it was a higher pick too.
If you were stacking like picks from next year to trade back 5 slots, and then you trade it again to get another first round pick from next year or future first round pick, okay, but they didn't do that.
they didn't.
It makes absolutely no sense. That's why I sent you all those tweets from Andy Glockner.
They're dead.
Well,
Rangers are dead.
Like, okay.
Phillies are now 1.5 games back. The Mets are dead.
The Rangers have young players who are good. They just didn't perform. Lafreniere had a bad year. He needs to perform. What they
but then
expected.
Pavel Buchnevich performed, and we fucking traded him to the Blues for peanuts.
I have no idea who that is. All I know is
he's a spy.
Lafreniere is supposed to be one of the super prospects in the league.
Kako was also supposed to develop,
Last name
he hasn't.
So
they got plenty of young talent. They just gotta perform. I don't think it's an issue with that team where they gotta make moves. You just gotta get your young guys to play right.
And what's the name? Capitals man. Tom Wilson broke the team. Because we ended up signing Ryan Reeves. We ended up signing all the guys who have fought Tom Wilson once. Like, we're the toughest team on the ice. Are we going to win any fucking games? Like,
what about the Jets? You left them out.
they'll be fine. Like I said,
I think I sent Ricardo that highlight of touchdown.
Zach Wilson being unbelievable.
With nobody guarding him and nothing.
It's like I said.
I didn't even think that was a good pass.
He stepped up in the pocket.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do? Like,
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
He get a lot of credit for that play.
The ball was a little.
Oh, don't do that.
It was kind
The pass was completed. Who the fuck cares how wobbly it was?
Him being a rookie and having pocket awareness like that is basically what you want to see when you watch that play. It's not so much the throw, but it's the fact that he stepped up and threw it off his 1 foot with his.
Yep.
I appreciated the mechanics.
Ridiculous.
Of it.
He's
I
incredible.
appreciated all that. Okay, relax. All right.
No, he's incredible.
Your vocabulary when describing certain things.
He's incredible. He's great.
Be here.
Sam Darnold, I was never there with.
Sam Darnold, I think, is going to be good with the Panthers.
Absolutely.
He about the ball. He could have been good with the Jets.
They had.
I completely agree.
His name Adam
I completely agree. The worst head coach in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, him, Adam Levine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
5 doors down.
But
what
yes,
land is he from?
like I said from the very beginning, and although free agency trades, whatever, I think if the Jets win 5 games next year, I will be elated. I will be over the moon for the future of this team if we win about 5 games next year.
In a successful season for the Jets is him not getting injured during the season.
Sure, I mean, but our O-line,
listen,
both of our lines are
get
stacked.
better from game 1 to game 17 and don't get injured. Successful season.
Jets shouldn't even have a goal count. It's like
that should be the goal right there.
No. The goal is Sunday, and then the next goal is Sunday. Like you want to talk about?
Don't do that.
No.
The goal when you have a first round rookie like picked in number 2, and you know he's gonna be your starter. The goal is just make sure you get better every week.
Keep him healthy.
No. Sunday. The
I
goal is
understand
Sunday.
that, but don't make it. That's goofy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Sunday. It's okay to have that cliche with certain teams. Game by game.
But don't start here and go here. Start here and go here.
Oh, no. We're going to see what happens on this Sunday.
That's
Then
cool.
we're going to see what happens next Sunday. Yeah. No, that's how you get better.
You guys have the
to me,
same
that's
argument.
coaching.
Your argument
Yeah, it's the same argument.
The cliche of one game at a time is cornball.
No, not in football.
Yes,
it's
it is.
corny in basketball.
No,
because
it's
basketball
everything.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Now NCAA tournament where it's like one and out. Cool, I get it. Okay.
In football, you only got 16, 17 weeks now, whatever.
Well,
it matters
we know
every
the
single
Jets
week.
aren't making the playoffs.
You
That
don't
doesn't
know
matter.
that.
Yes, we do.
We absolutely
the Jets
know
have
that.
to. Okay.
Now,
They're in a loaded division.
Now their head coaching hire was fire.
But they've literally
hopefully
have
he
gotten better
hired
in
some good
every
offensive
area that was
personnel.
considered to you
Correct.
the worst of all
and
time.
we're still in the AFC East, where
Who, the Dolphins?
Yeah,
The Patriots?
Come
The Dolphins
on,
are
man.
really
The
good.
Patriots?
Wait,
Whoa, the Dolphins
and they
are
have-
Hold on. How many games did they win last year? One?
Who?
The Jets. So
Two.
you think they are a playoff contender going from one
say
to
that.
Now?
15 to like how many games did they win?
No.
Zero or one?
One,
I
three,
didn't
two.
say.
Two.
I didn't say they are, but if they got to the playoffs, they've replaced all the bad things that you talked about for
you
years.
would be shocked. Yes, you
No,
would.
I
Don't say you
wouldn't.
wouldn't. Yes, you would.
Damn, the
I wouldn't. I'm a fan of
From
the team.
2 and 14.
I
You
would
don't
be-
like the team.
From 2 and 14 to make the playoffs.
Your division is the Dolphins, who we can't trust yet. We know they're like
The Bills, who are a top 3
Yes.
team in all of football,
Bills. Now Bills, yes, okay.
and the Patriots, who still have Bill Belichick.
I don't think it matters who's in their
And Cam
division.
Newton.
You saw the Jets play football last year. I mean,
No. I saw the Jets play football with all the bad things that were described
You
all year
can't
long.
replace 53 players in one offseason.
Yeah, but their O-line is good. Their D-line is good. Some of their DBs are pretty young and pretty decent, and they got a brand new
Our
quarterback
only
and a
really good
really
DB
good
is Bryce
really
Hall,
good-
who I think is going to be good.
really good head
and,
coach.
Gavin, no. His name's
So-
not Bryce Hall. I can't think of his
Now-
name.
Listen, here's the thing. Every
Virginia
year,
guy.
one team goes from the worst in the division to the best in the division. So it's not out of the realm of that
It's
couldn't
not.
happen.
Sure,
the
but it
realm.
It's
will
NFL, it's
not
parity.
be
That's what
the
happens.
Jets. As neat
mean,
as it would
if I was
be, it
betting
will
on it,
not
to be
the
impossible.
Jets.
If I was betting on that, I wouldn't pick the Jets either. But it's not out of the realm
mean,
of
you think
possibility.
Zach-
Maybe
It's
I'll go
NFL.
bet on the Jets. Maybe I'll bet $100.
Who do
Jets
you think
playoffs.
Zach Wilson is? Tom Brady 2.0?
Shoot, the way y'all sent that thing kept getting shared, you would have thought it.
He says me all New York stuff.
No, but,
to-
well, that's funny now. But
Correct.
I've been in pause on Zach Wilson from the beginning,
From the get-go.
Yeah.
2 seasons
Yes.
ago. So I can't give up now.
But once
I have to continue on the train.
Once you start sending
Pause.
training camp passes, then it's like
No,
this.
It was
yeah,
him stepping up in the pocket, wearing the pocket awareness looked fire.
Them Jets fans was like this. I was like,
Remember the last time we saw
"Ah."
good quarterback play was?
Yeah, when you played Tom Brady. Boing.
That was funny when you played another team. That's hilarious.
Wait, I got a quick question, George.
Well,
What do you
definitely
think
wasn't
what
Cam.
the Lakers are doing? What do you think about it?
I don't think Russell Westbrook
No,
helps
not
him
even
at all.
That and
helps them
everything
at
else.
all?
No.
Thank you, by the way.
No, well, so the funniest meme that I saw all week on the internet was it was a picture of like the Lakers when they played what team
Houston.
was Houston?
Yeah.
And the way they were guarding Westbrook, they were playing. He was at the 3-point.
Oh,
line,
yeah.
and they were defending him like 10 feet away.
Yes, his shooting is atrocious.
Okay,
He's
and the,
140%.
and the Lakers shot like 29%
They're
from
awful at
three,
three as well. Yes.
and they added him. That was the
Look.
funniest meme I saw all week.
And Melo.
There is one thing that you can count on with Russell Westbrook, and that's Russell Westbrook. That's almost
know what
all
that
you
means.
need.
What does that mean?
He's there. Like Russell Westbrook is always
Oh,
there.
like
He
not injured?
exists. Not injured.
Fam?
Not injured, and gives it everything, whether it's good or bad, the entire time. He can. Now we haven't had a Russell Westbrook play with somebody as smart and responsible as a LeBron James
Okay.
or a AD. Has never. When you're in. Ooh.
Kevin Durant?
No. Him and Kevin
Kevin
Durant,
Durant.
they're too young. Like they're too young and in competition with each other. It got to the point where it was like you could tell Westbrook's trying to be better than Kevin Durant.
but
He thought he was
why
equal
has
to
that
Kevin
changed
Durant.
now?
Wait, hold
No,
on.
because you know what?
But what do
Because
you think
I don't
he's gonna
think-
do there?
No,
Yeah.
because
Like,
I don't
explain
think,
what-
whoa. I think this is where we see Russell Westbrook evolve into a smart player. He
At
doesn't.
32.
So he's not going to shoot a bunch of jumpers anymore. He's going to like assist and get layups.
I
or-
think that's a LeBron effect. I honestly think
All right,
LeBron.
we'll
I
see.
think LeBron has an effect on players. Like you're not gonna do that dumb stuff here.
We'll
All
see.
right. I honestly feel that way. Like, I don't see why not.
And what if Westbrook says, well, I'm going to play
you're
like
talking
this?
about when you say with Durant, it got to where you could see that Russell Westbrook's trying to prove that he's an equal.
And why wouldn't you do that with LeBron?
No, he's not, because LeBron doesn't play like that. He doesn't. Russell Westbrook is going to average more points in a game than LeBron James. He is, because LeBron James can now finally just do what LeBron James likes to do. But he's not going to let Westbrook just be out there doing all that dumb threes and dumb stuff like that. I don't see it.
He's done that his whole career.
Wait,
and all of a sudden
why do
he's
you
going to
think he's going to
Whole
average more
career
points?
Because
in Washington when he was the guy, in OKC
Because
when he was
LeBron James-
de facto
well,
the
LeBron
guy.
James-
He's played for
Good
4
amount of
teams in
points.
4 years at this point.
If you think he's
right.
going to like rein Westbrook in, then Westbrook's not going to average
I
more
think
points.
he's gonna. Well, okay, I think he's gonna rein Westbrook in, like, IQ wise, basketball player.
Yeah, but that doesn't equal more scoring for him because he takes a lot of bad shots.
If he's not taking them bad shots, a basketball IQ is.
I mean,
taking
okay,
them, look,
If
hold
he's
on.
taking less bad
Well,
shots
you
but
said
missing
because you
more
said
of them,
14,
that's
you
more
said
points.
14.
Westbrook
The
is
other
not
team
like
he's on-
a slasher guy. He has the ball in his hand.
He can drive,
Oh.
not a slasher.
No,
But he can.
no. But I'm saying you're not assisting to Russell Westbrook. He has the ball and he's trying to assist to you.
That's usually he's on the Lakers now. LeBron's gonna have the ball in his hand a good amount of
I
times as
understand
well.
that. Westbrook is not a slasher. So how is he going to get these buckets if he can't shoot?
I look. I feel like
He can't shoot.
it's
we
gonna
know
be
that.
a completely. Oh yeah, I'm not expecting him to bust threes. I ain't doing none of that. He ain't busting no fadeaways.
So how's he gonna
ain't
score?
doing that. He is gonna mid-range. He's a pretty good mid-range player. He's gonna get to the bucket.
Maybe
he's
he
gonna
was
take,
at one
He's
point,
going
I
to
mean.
take more responsible shots. And that's all you can ask for. That's all you need from right now. Playing on the Rockets, he's trying to be Harden too. You can't have Harden and Westbrook on the same team. You can't have Durant and Westbrook on the same team. You almost
So maybe
couldn't-
he's the problem.
You
Have him and
almost
Beal.
couldn't. Yeah, but that's the thing. Harden, a lot of people don't trust Harden. A lot of people look at Harden as like, okay, he's just hard. He's just We do that with Harden. Now, we thought like Harden and KD and Kyrie and all them, it's still uncertain if they could really get it done together. Russell Westbrook and Beal, I wasn't sure if that was going to work because Beal likes to take a lot of shots and Russell Westbrook, they lost the first what? They were like 2-17 to start the season or something, and they got to the playoffs. Russell Westbrook can put it together in certain situations. It's not going to happen. He is not going to look like Russell Westbrook of old in LA. He can't. You got AD, LeBron, and Melo, and him.
It's a lot of shots for one ball.
It's a lot of shots for one ball if LeBron wasn't there. You don't have to be Russell Westbrook of old there. You don't got to be Melo of old there. You all five together have to figure it out.
I mean, it reminds me of when the Lakers in 04 brought all those pieces in and then they lost to Detroit in the finals. When
Yes,
everyone
but
expected them to just destroy each
Or
But that was
when
a
they did it in
bad-
2012 with Nash and Dwight Howard and
Nash was
Yeah,
pretty
they were
much
old.
Nash was
They were
Nash was pretty
fossil.
much hurt the entire time he was in LA
and why is that?
because he's old.
And what did the Lakers do? Sign a bunch of old guys. This is what we're talking
Russell
about.
Westbrook is
He's
like the
32.
most athletic athlete probably in basketball history. All right, like I've never seen Westbrook hurt besides that time when Pat Beverly hit his knee and he got hurt. That was it. Russell Westbrook is our Iron Man. And he's the most athletic point guard we've ever seen
Yeah, but you keep
in
saying
basketball.
AD and LeBron, who AD doesn't stay healthy.
Facts.
I don't think that I don't see how the signing or trade, whatever it was, makes them better. I just
Oh, no,
Yep.
no, no, no.
I mean, I understand that
Agree.
Russell Westbrook is
No,
better
I
than
agree.
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
Of course.
I
No,
get that, but I mean,
No, no, I'm not saying it like on paper now, oh, they're better now. No. I'm saying if on paper and look, you're going to have to be different and you're going to have to be different could help them. That's all it takes. A LeBron himself IQ is higher to carry an entire team.
Yeah, that's fine. But see, I think the biggest problem with LeBron is he thinks he needs these pieces, but he really needs these pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Like if LeBron had the players like the Suns, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, players like that who could space the floor and
Maybe.
shoot, that's the kind of team that LeBron would excel with. Like when he had Ray Allen. That's the type of team he can excel with. Not like
But you're describing two different
bringing
players.
these guys in who can't shoot and
You're
don't spot up and
describing
stuff.
you're describing kids and then you're describing Ray Allen.
No, it has nothing to do with
Yeah,
kids.
because I
it has
don't
to do
know-
with 3 and D versus what Russell Westbrook's going to do and what Melo's going to do.
We've seen how
those guys aren't going to play any
we've
defense.
seen how younger people act around LeBron. They don't shine as bright as they should.
You're talking about Kyle Thotma.
no.
I'm talking about Kyle Thotma.
Anybody on the Heat, They didn't shine like they should have, but they didn't have to because they had
championships. What do you want?
Look, Mario Chalmers, all them geeks like that.
None of them were.
James Jones is LeBron's favorite player of all time.
I'm just talking about the lower tier player on the team. Anybody on the Cavaliers, them cats, they didn't really shine like they thought. LeBron carried them and Kyrie got them to where they needed to get to, but they didn't shine like they should have. When it comes to the Lakers
but they
right
didn't
now,
have pieces as good as Mikal Bridges either.
when it comes, look, man, this was second year, third year. I like Bridges a lot, but I mean, I ain't like, whoa, like.
You don't, but that's not the point. You don't need to be whoa when you're that guy.
No.
You're literally a role player who shoots threes,
Yeah, but
plays
your
defense.
example was Ray Allen
is young.
and Mikal Bridges. Ray Allen is a superstar experienced person. He can play with LeBron.
I wasn't comparing those two. I'm saying he's a shooter. He's not Russell Westbrook. He's a complementary player around LeBron, not a superstar who needs the ball in his hands. LeBron needs to succeed, I believe, players who play defense and can make threes. They don't need other people who need the ball to initiate the offense. LeBron is doing that.
So, like Jay Crowder?
Yeah, I mean, yes, he shoots threes and plays defense. That player.
He ain't good enough to me. But
That's why Chris Paul would be the best fit for the Lakers. Like,
I don't know where this Crowder.
But he's old too.
I don't know where this Crowder
No, I'm
is
saying
really
that
good
type of player,
stuff came
that
from.
type of
Like,
player.
I was just
I understand he's with Crowder's probably won 2 championships or 1 championship and then went to the finals with the Suns.
So you
I
think
get it, but,
a old
he's not
Chris
a good
Paul-
player.
no, I'm saying that type
like
of
a
player.
good player.
A pass-first point guard or a point.
Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges would be really good with someone like LeBron. Really good, and because they're both better shooters than Kuzma, they're not thought heads, and they play defense.
Campaign's a thought head.
Did I say campaign?
Oh, who'd you say?
Cam
Oh, Cam
Johnson.
Johnson. Okay. He's a nice kid, but
He's a shooter who plays defense.
he's got a thought haircut. And the verdict's out. The verdict's out.
On what?
He's young. We'll find out if he's a thought.
Devin
or not,
Booker is
but-
pulling up the games in a different car every week, and
He ain't a
you've never
thought.
seen Cam Johnson do anything.
No.
You think Cam
Why
Johnson's a
does
thought.
that make Devin Booker a thought? He's earned that right. When you after scoring 29 points a game in the playoffs for the first time,
But why-
you can pull up in a helicopter
But
if
why?
you want to.
But why? He's not doing it for himself. He's doing it so people see him pull up in that car.
Devin Booker isn't a showy person like that. You wouldn't even know Devin Booker is around if you don't watch Suns game. You were talking about somebody who is the most quiet superstar of all time. That's why Devin Booker
why I
isn't,
like it.
That's why Devin
why is
Booker
that-
isn't up here
Then
with
why was
everybody else
why
because
was the video online every single time he pulled into the parking lot?
man,
man?
he what that got to do with him? Them geeks hanging out at the tunnel like this.
So
what that got to do with him?
you don't think he's driving that car to show off, pulling up to the game?
No, I think he's trying to think he's rich and he can do what he wants and he
likes
has
those
money
cars.
and he likes those cars. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
So then, how is Cam Johnson a thought if Booker's not even a thought? Like,
Fam,
what are you
I didn't
talking
say
about?
Cam Johnson was a thought. I said the verdict's still out on it. Booker ain't a thought.
Cam Johnson
ever
doesn't
seen
even
a
have
picture-
social
have a
media.
social
He
media. I've
doesn't
ever seen a
even have
picture of
social
him
media.
anywhere.
He's the
I
least
have.
thought
Except on
person
the
ever.
basketball court.
So I'm at Manor.
So it meant one time. He plays for the Suns.
I
He's gonna
said
go to
the
Manor.
verdict is out.
Listen,
I
Kelly
don't
Oubre's
know
a
yet.
thought.
Got a lot of weird rules.
Man.
Kelly
No,
Oubre's
you
a
got a lot
thought.
of real rules. Devin Booker drives an old school car and he's the thought.
No. The reason I'm bringing it up is a comparison to the one who you think the verdict is out on, who you've never seen a picture of anywhere doing anything.
Except at Manor, one time. One
I saw
entire
Devin
time.
Booker
In person.
Put on a bandana and about to put hands on some engineering students. All right, Devin Booker is the guy. All right, and I did say on this podcast for the record that Devin Booker could be a top 10 NBA player of all time too. I did say
And
that.
you've also said you're tired of seeing him get blocked by Juan Hernan Gomez.
No.
You said both things.
You said that
and
today.
then you agreed with it.
Yeah, with that was it.
No, I'm talking about from yesterday when I texted.
Yes, I'm watching USA Olympics being an arrogant American at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, so that's the excuse.
Yeah, and I paid for Peacock. I ain't paying for that garbage. Peacock is whack. Actually, it's actually kind of fire. I haven't
pretty
watched
good.
anything yet. It's actually pretty good. Got anything else?
Peacock will be good when Premier League starts up.
I didn't even think about that.
Other than that, I don't know. And maybe like original
Baby
shows.
Fly.
I don't know what else they would have, but maybe
Baby,
college
The
football or
Office.
something. But isn't that on Hulu already?
What, Boss Baby?
It's on Peacock now.
Whatever he's talking about.
Nah,
Is it not
Office
on
used to
Hulu?
be on.
No, Office is a Peacock exclusive.
It used to be
now.
Netflix,
Used to
but
be
now
on
it's
Netflix.
Peacock exclusive. All right, let's go home. I'm done with all this.
Hulu was owned by NBC, right? No.
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 Maybe unless they sold
Disney.
it off. But that's why NBC started their own.
Oh, that's right, because they combine it with
Oh, yeah,
ESPN on my
ESPN Plus
package
and all
thing.
that.
Yep,
That's
pause.
All right.
Anybody got anything
You
else?
say pawns for stuff that we probably wouldn't even notice. So we wouldn't even call it. I got
Well, that's the sneak disc. Pow, 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 pow,
Somebody
pow.
out there.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Stealing Greg's lines.
One Punch Man.
Hey.